right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're continuing with the Ace Combat highest difficulty runs. I know that I'm in the middle of the expert mode run right now for AC4, but I don't... That was a big one. I don't know how far in we got. Did the mic pick that up? That one was loud. That was a loud crack of the can. I gotta get my controller on. I went and picked it up. It's just not on. Okay, I'm ready. I think. Hello, Raiden, Gustavo, Dream Master. What do you mean both are awful? I've never had a dessert pizza, but I know that dessert pizza is a thing that people apparently enjoy. I really gotta get good about these keybinds for the laptop so that it's not such a pain in the ass to reach around my desktop. Because right now, okay, I got like almost, or just about halfway, a mission short of halfway through the expert mode run. No. I do actually need to, hold on, to open up the wiki page with all the aces.
From the Kimona Islands rocket base to support our mainland operations. The Erusians responded by deploying a large number of their air superiority fighters to prevent the launch.
Okay.
A large-scale air battle is expected. We must win this battle to maintain our air superiority. We've only got one window of opportunity for this launch.
Chocolate is less sugary? Is it? I guess maybe. Maybe, yeah, less sweet. I would definitely agree with less sweet. I don't know what the sugar like difference is between the two, but yeah, it's, I guess marshmallows taste more sugary, even though who knows, like I feel like chocolate might have. Hold on. This is such a specific question. There's no way. There's no way that, what's it called? That there's like a direct answer comparing the sugar content of your average marshmallow to your average chocolate. I'm not gonna be able to find this. I tried. They changed my position and I'm losing a lot of bonuses. 70 to 90 less per month. What do you mean less per month? Oh, 70 to 90. 70 to 90 what? Less. I think there's a word missing and that word changes things drastically. But if you have to drop it, you can drop it. That's fine. Euros, okay. I was... Whew. It's still not good, but I was hoping that you were gonna say euros or dollar. In my head, I was thinking dollars, but you know, I was just like, hopefully that's not percent. I was like, oh my God, wait a minute. But hello, Augustin and Badgerlord. Accelerate as fast as possible. I got a wiki page up for it now. Like we're doing mission 9. So it says north of Central Crown Beach. Let me check the buy menu before I start. Because first of all, oh, I found one. I was gonna say, are there any planes that I didn't purchase my ace skin for? Hold on. There we go. It's different than the ace? Wait, what? There's 2 secret targets? It's a different thing? How many secret targets are there? Who put them all in there? Okay, now we're good. I own all the ace skins. 10% less? It still sucks, but thank God it's not 90% less. For a second, I was like 70 to 90%. I was horrified. I was like, that's not a position change. They might as well just drop you entirely. 70 to 90%. It's an Easter egg? Oh. Oh, I do have the ace for the F4. Okay, for a second. Do I just take? What special weapon do you have? Air-to-air missile. This might actually be better. What? Bomb? Yeah, it's probably better. You have as little as, or as 2 seconds before it switches away from the secret target. So it's going to switch away.
Attention all aircraft, this is Kimona Base. This rocket launch is critical. Maintain air superiority until launch is complete. Viper 9, engage.
Oh.
Tally ho on a yellow squadron formation.
Come here.
Fox 2.
It's been a bit since I've flown. Hold on. There's going to be a readjustment here. At least the music is really good on this mission. What's this song called again? Someone remind me. I missed it? I went as fast as I could. Right from the start. Hold on, so north of Crown Island. They're always orange. It might just be because I'm not in a very fast plane. Should restart. Is it worth it? Hold on, it might be. Might be worth it. Oh shit, it's up in the sky.
Attention all aircraft, this is Kimona Base. This
Oh,
rocket launch is critical.
what are you?
Maintain air
Get back here.
superiority until launch is complete.
I don't know if I can fly fast enough to keep up with it. But I see it. I might just not have the right plane for this. Got the arrow back. Oh, it's not over me yet. I'm stalling. Do I shoot it down? Shit.
Attention all personnel. Complete final launch checks immediately.
I don't think I could shoot it down if I wanted to. I can't get close enough to even get a lock. Found it at least. Hold on, I might be able to. Oh, did they lock? It doesn't look like they locked. No, get back. You know what? Next time. We do it for the ace playthrough. I know it's there now. And I'll probably just have, like, the best planes. Wait a second. This isn't the mission that I thought it was. I don't even want that plane. It will have saved me buying that skin, I think, from earlier. This is a pure dogfight. I thought that this was the one with all the different beaches, the 3 beaches.
Attention all aircraft, this is Kimona Base.
This time.
This rocket launch is critical.
Oh yeah,
Maintain
Kimona.
air superiority until launch is complete.
The stalls and other maneuvers in the later games. Yeah. Improvement is subjective. I've seen a couple clips of 7, and I've seen some things. I've seen some real wacky shit. There you are. Like, obviously I have to play it, but from what I've seen, I've just been like, what is that? What did I just witness? Haha! Kimona's such a good track. It's one of the best from 4.
Complete final launch checks immediately.
Whoa, I looked away for maybe too long for diving down at like 1,000. That's slightly sketchy. Yeah, I shot one down. Give me a second. I'll get there. Oh, shit. That is not what I thought you were gonna do. Yeah, bandit on my tail, whatever. Ow. I forget that we're on expert now. I might need to pay a little more attention to missiles. It's not like we're playing on hard mode anymore. Is the yellow gonna be worth the time? Like, forgetting the ranks. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't remember who it was in Discord the other day after the last time we streamed. And I was talking about like getting the S ranks for expert, right? To get the unlock. And there was a lot of conflicting info on the how to unlock the super plane thing. Someone in Discord just the other day, and I wish I could remember who it was, but like an hour after that stream, said that they've been playing AC4 again on their own, like on a new file recently. And they got all of their S ranks on expert, and they did not get them all on hard yet, but they got the plane to unlock. Because if you unlock the expert skin, apparently it just unlocks the plane as well. So it brings me a little peace that I can just get it from doing expert, and I don't have to go back and do it on 2 difficulties. Come on, yellow. You can't evade forever. At some point, my timing is gonna work well. I think I already hit it with one. Could be wrong. All right, this guy knows what he's doing. This guy's pulling some crazy... Oh my god, I didn't hit him already. Shit. This is definitely a waste of time. Big waste of time. Come on.
Missile shot trashed. Which way to brake? You're in gun range.
Or maybe he just has a ton of health. Like way more than I thought. I can't believe he flew up that high. Oh my god, wait. I do have these. Wait.
Missile shot trashed.
Wait. Yeah, these guys go down a lot easier. They don't seem to know what they're doing, at least to the same extent. They're fine. They're no yellows. I still can't use the gun in third person. It's a work in progress. I don't know why I need the pitch ladder to aim. Like, it's so weird, because in theory, I should be able to aim really well in, like, AC3 and onwards with the gun in third person. But there's something about having the pitch ladder on screen that makes it so much easier. I think it just gives me a better visual for, like, where the center of the screen is, even though the center isn't always where the gun goes. I think just having that is helpful for whatever reason. For some unexplainable reason. Please, thank you. The bandit can be behind me all he wants. It's fine. Get me some hits. Oh, that was actually pretty nice. I'll take 2 of them. Oh, low distance. Hello. We'll just take what we can get. I'm gonna have to redo it for the rank at least. Oh, wrong button. Can you tell that it's been almost a week since I've... Oh yeah, I forgot the ace too. There's 2 seconds on the clock. I'm just resetting it. Hold on. What was that I saw earlier? You have to complete the whole mission in expert or ace mode to unlock a mystery craft. No need for ranks for unlocking. For, what's it called? The XO2?
Attention all aircraft. This is Kimona Base. This rocket launch
It's not worth chasing the Easter egg plane. I've done it. I've shot it down. Now I do the normal thing.
Mobius 1, Fox 2. He's shooting. Now.
There we go. TF2 item servers have been down for 48 hours now. Is the item market still healthy for that game? It might be. TF2 kind of just refuses to die, even though Valve has needed to save it like 4 times now.
Complete final launch checks immediately.
I feel like every time Valve is kind of just sitting there like hoping that a week will go by and people will just kind of forget about it and move on, and then they're like, oh shit, they're still asking us to fix the game, what do we do? And someone higher up is like, you know what, just get the intern to do it. It's better to keep them happy. You can unlock the XO2 early in Ace Combat 0 if you have an AC4 save file. Really? Wait. How early are we talking? Like, early as in just not on the higher difficulties? Or, like, if there's an AC4 save file on the system, you just get it? Because that's how I read it, but it might be just, like, you get it earlier. Like, maybe the requirement isn't as difficult. Oh wait, this is a yellow. This is not going to be worth the time. I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, I just got 2 hits though. Hold on, now it's worth it because those were pretty easy to get. Shit. Check this out. I got his ass now. Maybe. No promises. Who is shooting at me? I don't have time for this right now. And I'm hit. Okay. Would the special missiles be better for this? No. The track. I was wondering if the tracking was any different on them. It's not worth it. I give up. Oh, wait, the ace. Hold on. The ace is north of the island, it said. It gets unlocked immediately. Oh, but you still have to buy it. Okay. Is it like super expensive? Or is it basically like you get it right from the start? How far north do I have to fly for the ace? Oh, the Eastern Island. That's right. It did say Eastern Island. I just forgot. I got sidetracked by the Easter egg plane early on. Costs like 10 times more than other planes. Okay, well then maybe it's not that crazy. I mean, you definitely could get it by the end of like a normal mode playthrough, but it's not that insane. Where the hell is it? I'm north of the Eastern Island. How far out did they throw this guy? Because I have learned that they like to put them way out to where they won't even show up on radar. I might time out again? I don't know. It's right above the island? Son of a bitch. Okay. One more time. I'm gonna go straight there. I'm gonna get him done, and then I'm gonna come back for the score. Of course, I'm north of him. Because I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh yeah, they put him out like way where you can't see them. Rank has everything to do with the Wyvern? Oh, okay. Oh. He is on the radar now. Turn into me? Perhaps, that would be nice. Or just do that, okay. No, that's why we just hit the missile button a lot of the time, chat. Some people might think it looks stupid that I just sit here and spam my missile button all the time whenever I have a lock on, but sometimes that happens. More often than I would think. It happens kind of frequently, actually. That I just kind of press the button and I get a hit that I would never expect. Oh wait, he was... it probably wouldn't have hit him. Wasn't straight on. That was never gonna hit. Okay. But that will. I have to finish 5 and 0 first, or you could just play 4 again because it's better. Sorry, what? I didn't hear anything. I haven't reviewed 0 yet, okay? In all fairness, I haven't. It is better than 5 though. I feel very confident with that shit talk. I definitely like this game more than 5. You can't even oh, hold on. It's TF2. For a second I was confused. I've got to get caught up in a second. I'll have to scroll back for it. How you can't switch jets during a bunch of missions. Oh yeah. I kind of forgot that was a thing. That it would have like those stretches of missions where you can't change in between.
Missile shot trashed.
It's not the biggest annoyance, but it is something that's just like, why? Why can't we fly back and get a new plane? What if I want a new plane? I mean, to be fair, I was almost always going to use the Burkett anyway. If it was an option, I was using it. But there would definitely be moments where there would be something better suited. The yellows are just so not worth it. I'm done with that. It's horse shit. I keep thinking that maybe this time I'll be able to do it faster, and I just can't. They're too evasive. It's a no. I don't know how many of those bullets actually hit. Plenty, apparently. Oh, I lost my lock there. That should hit. That did hit. Where's the other one? I'm getting these points. A weird Burkett prototype. Huh? Burkett prototype. Oh wait, is it another? The yellows are literally invincible during this mission? Why? Why? I didn't know that about this mission. Like the one time, sure, story reasons, but here, they're invincible like that? Wow, those were crazy hits. We still have plenty of targets. I thought we were gonna run out. Come on, load. There we go. Actually, oh no, he's flying sideways to me. Never mind. It looked like he was straight on. If I want rank, we're gonna have to go again. I do just need to spend like the entire time shooting down. I was gonna say yellows, everything but the yellows. The ones that are yellow on the radar, the lower value targets. I just need to like farm these guys pretty much. As much as I can in the 7 minutes that I have. You can S here. I have 1 second. I was right at the end. Is that Vosh Jaeger? Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. It's pronounced Burkut. Ah. That's a Burkett. Fucking Burkett, buddy. Damn right. Isn't there a mission update? Oh, there is? Son of a bitch. Maybe there is a mission update. Maybe. I absolutely knew about that. I'm gonna not crash. Don't worry about it.
Attention all personnel. Complete final launch checks immediately.
Ooh, hello. It's impossible to... Okay, that makes sense. Because I was like, 7 minutes is pretty tight for this one. This is the first one that feels like really difficult. Oh, oh.
Mobius 1 shot down a bandit. Bandit confirmed at vector 230.
Whoa, I meant to do that. Big swerve. You put a marshmallow on pizza, it'd have less taste, thus it would be better. Look, guys, it's the guy who thinks that pizza tastes bad. Because he apparently doesn't like cheese or bread or tomatoes, I guess. Hello, Sepper. I get to talk shit. Moderator. You think it's a status symbol? No, it's a badge that I see and it reminds me that I legally can bully you all I want. That's why we have the moderator badge. Everyone knows it. I've started eating pizza now because it's delicious. Because it's delicious. You're having a very good run. I had no idea. I thought it was over at the end of the timer. Oh, I didn't think that was gonna connect. Not a yellow. White sauce pizzas go hard. They do. White sauce pizza can be... That's the thing about pizza. Pizza is not a singular dish, you know? Pizza is like a genre of food, really. It's like when you say sushi, right? Like, we all kind of know what you mean, but there are so many possibilities of what it could actually be. And they all taste very different. It's a general term. It's the armored core of food. Pizza is the, I mean, in terms of customization, is that the joke? Is armored core's customization? I think I got it. You guys, I think I got the joke. It's a big day for me. Oh, God. It is actually a big day for me, by the way, because it's official that the Metal Gear Solid review is the best performing video since the Armored Core series. A lot of at least the people who watched the Armored Core, the Armored Core shit, the Metal Gear Solid video seem to have very much enjoyed it. Although there are a lot of comments calling me a zoomer on that video. One guy thought I was like 17 years old. Ow. Ow. Ow! Who is hitting me with this machine gun? This has never happened on any of the runs so far. What is going on? Where did the machine guns come from? I could go get a repair. You do have a pretty young voice. Young voice. The term, I know that you mean like a youthful voice, and that's true. I think my voice is my biggest giveaway. For sure. because like in my soul, I'm stuck in the 90s despite having never lived them. It is true that more than 50% of my viewers are older than me. Like, that's just on paper. That is a statistical fact. The majority of people who watch the channel are older than me. Which is kind of weird, because I feel like that's not a normal thing. At least, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the 30-year-olds just truly like rule gaming YouTube from the background, right? I don't know. You guys seem to be everywhere. At least on my channel. But like genuinely the 25 to 34-year-old bracket on my channel makes up like 45% of my viewership in total. Oh, what? No. We're gonna be here forever. What have I done? What have I done? I sound like a toddler.
Attention all aircraft. This is Komoda Base. This rocket launch is critical. Maintain.
Wait, hold on. I was going to, as far as YouTube knows, I'm 99. I was thinking about maybe going for a resupply because I was low on health. But I never did. Hold on, I wanted to go back for... What the hell is happening with TF2? The item servers are down? I didn't even know that item servers were a thing. What are you talking about, item servers? I'm going to find it right now. Where was that? Because I know that you were saying what was going on at one point. I think it was before me saying Burkett. So where they store all your stuff? Wait. When you say item servers, I thought like the marketplace was down. Players can't access their inventories, is what you're telling me? I actually, it might be because I don't have my glasses on and I'm trying to like skim for it, but I can't find it. I trust that I'll get the update over time anyway. And if Valve doesn't fix it, I have zero doubt that Twitter will be incredibly vocal about it, as usual when TF2 dies and Valve needs to fix it. Really whining because they can't use items? Well, they're paid for items, Sepper. It's a free-to-play game, but the items are on like a marketplace, a community marketplace. They trade for money. Save TF2 2 is underway. Don't you mean like save TF2 4 at this point? Oh, that's crazy. That was an Armored Core. The brain rot is still here. Ace Combat 3 moment right there. I really thought I was getting away from that one. Bastard stole my points there, by the way. Chasing away the yellows is a good strat. Oh, that could help, actually. Like, just lock onto them so that they leave. And then I can just sit here and be the shark in the tank. Feed off of all the little guys. If Fortnite item locker, bro, if Fortnite item lockers were down, school would be canceled because kids wouldn't be able to handle themselves. Every boy under the age of 16 would be having a breakdown. Class would be canceled. Or maybe just, yeah, I'll leave it there. Music going hard? Well, it's Ace Combat. That lapse in concentration led to me just not hitting my afterburners. I was like, man, this guy is going pretty fast. Maybe because I'm not slamming on the speed. I know what I said. I guess I'm shooting a second long range at that thing. I was almost hopeful that it would miss. That felt wasteful. When I get a hit on one of them, oh really? All I've got to do is get a hit with a missile, presumably. Say less. One of these will hit, come on. Or not. It's a yellow. What an annoying bitch. Come on. They are very insanely good. Oh, I stalled at evading. Wait, machine gun would work? Oh, okay, they missed me. I reacted kind of late, but I realized that it would kill. I got a little scared. Man, you got to at least give me a chance here. Okay, they seem to be leaving anyway. I didn't realize that I had hit him. It might be worth a resupply. I don't know. I've got almost 3 minutes on the clock still. It might be worth it to just go and repair so that I don't get shot down and I don't have to do this shit again. What will be nice about the ace playthrough is I won't need to, like, ensure that I get rank. I just need to complete the game. But here, I do want to get the extra plane unlocked. I want a super plane. Of course I do. I'm just gonna have faith in that missile. I don't know which one I destroyed, but I'll trust it was that one. That was the more likely one to hit. Beautiful. We take those. Absolutely. That looks pretty good. I don't need to get out of there. I'm doing great. Straighten out, please. Come on. He's gonna do it at some point. Please. Of course, it's one that hasn't been hit yet. Come here. I can aim this machine gun, I swear. That works. Is 9 too young for Elden Ring? I don't think so, but I'm also what a lot of people would call kind of crazy for, like, what I think is acceptable age for gaming. Like, I've had people be like, would you theoretically let your kid who's like this old play this game? And I'd be like, yeah, good ass game. Raise them right. Come on now. I grew up playing Silent Hill and I turned out fine. Clearly. It is mostly just because I grew up playing games that most parents would not allow their children to play. And I think for, like, you know, it's reasonable that most parents wouldn't.
The V2s are difficult to detect on radar. They're stealth.
Still a bit tricky to get a hit. The yellows on hard mode, not that bad to hit. On expert, it feels like they are so slippery all of a sudden. Like they're more difficult on what's it called? On hard mode, it's not like they're easy to hit, but compared to this, man, it would be nice to be back to that again.
Slow down, speed's too high.
Yeah. I'm playing Ace Combat here, okay? This isn't a simulation. This is like Top Gun. You got it. We land going super fast. We brake right as we hit the runway. That's how we do it here. Back then it was 2D crappy graphics. That's the point I always make. I mean, with GTA, that is a very fair point to make. For me, I grew up in the 2000s. So like the stuff that I say like most parents wouldn't let someone that age or like their kid that age play it is all stuff from like late 90s through to the early 2010s, really, because like when GTA 5 came out, I was 12. I'm a real zoomer. And I played GTA 5 when it came out. Because, you know why? I played like GTA 3 and Vice City on my dad's old copies when I was little. Which those I would still say are in like the goofy territory, but it's at least like more graphic than GTA 1 or 2, right? Did I get the ace? No, I didn't. Holy shit, that was a good last second call. We can make this work. It's not over until it's over. Trying to download PC versions of Silent Hill is hell. I've never tried to play with the, what is it called? The Silent Hill 2 one that's like really well known. Is it called Definitive Edition? Is that what they call it? Or like Enhanced Edition or something like that? I've never tried it because I think the PS2 version looks better. Personally, I think like with emulation and upscaling and stuff like that, it looks better. But obviously playing like at 480 on the PS2, it doesn't look better than enhanced, but if you upscale it and all that, I think that Enhanced Edition is doing a great job. They're just not quite to looking like one-to-one with, or at least last I saw it, which was a bit ago now, to be fair. So they might have made some great progress since then. You can make it have the PS2 graphics. I mean, you always could, but they always were missing a couple things. Same age as my little brother. You know what? I'll take that. As long as your little brother isn't like, oh yeah, my brother who was born when I was like 15. I'll take it. Yeah, I played a lot of games that parents, I was gonna say that parents would think, but that like growing up, my friends' parents would have thought was incredibly irresponsible of my parents to let me play. But clearly I turned out fine. Right? Right, chat? Just smile and nod. Is this gonna be enough for S? You know what? I got time to secure the win. I got time. Adam, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. I was really scared of the movie Fire in the Achy? I don't know this movie. I'm trying to remember when I was growing up, what was I scared of? Zombies. When I was really little, zombies scared the shit out of me. You know why? Trauma from playing Resident Evil. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna eat my brain. I lost sleep over it as a wee lad. I still got a little bit of time. That should be enough. Oh wait, mission ends at the end timer? Oh, that's good to know. I thought it would end when I got this. Never mind then. Playing games saved your life. Just wait, I'll make my Dark Souls video someday.
Launch in 60 seconds. Missile shot trashed.
I'll make the obligatory Dark Souls video someday. At this point, even though that would not be the point of my video whatsoever, because it's not really if, when I inevitably get around to a Dark Souls video someday, when it's time, I almost want to use that title just because it's such a meme at this point. Like the obligatory YouTube video titled Dark Souls Saved My Life that every like gaming video essayist and reviewer needs to have at this point.
15 seconds to launch. All ISAF aircraft and vehicles flow to safe area. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Start ignition. 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Lift
PS2 on a CRT legit looks good. It's true. CRT makes a big difference when you're looking at resolutions like 480. I know that some people try to, what's it? Like replicate it by doing like the CRT filter on emulation.
enemy action.
But it always looked so cheap to me to use like the CRT filter. I always thought it looked like shit. Because when you're playing on an HD screen, you're on an HD screen. Like it's not the same
The rocket launch
as having the actual tubes in there. It's not the same.
Preparations for
It can
providing
look
updates
similar,
with vital tactical data is
but
not
it's not enough. Really isn't great. I don't think it looks good. A lot of people really like it, and I don't. Cheap is the good word for it. Like it looks kind of cheap to me. It doesn't look quite right.
Until it begins. The barkeep
It's a shitty attempt to replicate it.
As a member of the resistance, she eagerly awaited the Allied
Oh,
counterattack.
I was
on the
afraid of
mainland.
Chucky too, and dolls
What
in
will happen
general,
to these people when the Allies come?
when I was little.
I asked, to which she frowned. We'll run them out. This is our town. But I knew she didn't mean that from the bottom of her heart. 13 had captured her heart. I knew this from the way she shot jealous glances at his wingman. As other pilots rotated out of Yellow Squadron, Yellow 4, 13's wingman,
False called you
always
not
stuck
gamer
by his
enough on your
side,
Steam page.
even
I
on
know.
land. The only female pilot in the squadron, she had Yellow 13's absolute trust as his wingman. Yellow 13 seemed oblivious to all this, and instead reviewed the promising enemy pilot's performance from yesterday's skirmish.
She said it because I
He's so close.
always make fun of her
If he manages to stay alive for just a while longer,
for not being gamer.
that pilot could be a worthy opponent. But when there were no such enemies to look forward to, 13's eyes were sad.
Because even like you might have noticed an almost like masochistic habit of me just seeing something in a game that will be really hard and being like, oh yeah, I'll do that. We'll do it right now. Well, even if I'm not prepared, I'm like, yeah, let's do it right now. False will see that and be like, no, I don't want to do that. And so I give her shit for it. That's why she commented not gamer enough on my Steam profile. That's why.
The troops are regrouped and ready to reclaim lost territory from the Erusians in the
Is Chole a
enemy
real
operation.
gamer if he hasn't experienced Metal Gear Solid 3 and Final Fantasy?
Our forces to
I've
follow
experienced Final Fantasy,
vulnerable path
the NES one.
sight to the inland objective.
You know, just Final Fantasy, that one. I've played that one. This is the one that I was thinking, okay,
However, this route lies out of stone.
this is the mission that I thought the last mission
Your
was.
mission is to reduce troop casualties at the beach landing sites.
West of the submarine dock in the northwest of the map. I've seen better ones in other programs. Yeah, they vary. The PCSX2 one is not good. I don't like it. What plane? FA-18? It's a disappointing ace skin. But I'll add it to the collection. Zombies on a plane. Maybe that should be my counter for whenever someone says I'm not gamer enough. A counter with zombies on a plane. Oh yeah? Have you ever played hit game Zombies on a Plane? That is like one of the dumbest 50-cent purchases of my life. I think it was genuinely 50 cents. Is the difference here that this one is like gray and this one is like light blue? That is the difference. Oh wait, no, that one has a bit of a pattern on it. Never mind. Okay, I see it now that it's like panned around. When it was facing straight on, I was like, is it just the difference between gray and light blue? But now I see the patterning on the basic one. Never mind. That's like what's on the cover of the game. If you haven't played Mr. Mosquito, I have not played Mr. Mosquito. What other like weird, obscure games could I throw out there? I don't know, to be honest. It's $5 now. Yeah, if you let it go on sale, it goes on sale for like 90% off. But speaking of comments on my Steam profile, I deleted it because my Steam profile comments are literally just like personal friends. And also I just thought it was silly. But I had a guy like a couple weeks ago. I played a pretty long set of Tekken 7 against this guy. I don't remember, sorry. I don't remember what character he was playing, but this was like at the point where I first really felt like I had my Kazuya mix-ups really good on Tekken. Where it's like, you know, hell sweep. And then as they get up, depending on like whether they tech roll or if they try to like quick stand, or if they try to like low kick out of it, just depending on what they do, I would, you know, do the kick that scoops them up. Then they just genuinely can't get away from it in time. Or you do the overhead, you know, it depends. So I was getting that down pretty well at this point for like the first time.
Mobius 1, Fox 2.
And I played a set of like maybe 10 matches against this guy. He kept rematching and I didn't mind. But I think I won like 9 of them. And on the last match, he rage quit after I won the first round. And then he went to my Steam profile and just commented -rep. That was the whole thing. He just went there and said -rep. And I was just like, huh? What? Maybe I hell sweep too much. Maybe it annoyed him. I do hell sweep a lot. It's a bad habit. It says that it appears west of the submarine dock in the northwest of the map. Oh, I'm a mission ahead. That's why. I read a mission ahead. Never mind. I was like, I don't see no submarine dock. It's because I'm on the wrong mission. Yeah, I was reading the one for the next mission. I thought this was number 10. That's my bad. That's exactly what I was doing. This is a blast from the past. This is a solid ass game. That's what this is. Typical PC gamers. It was so weird because I wasn't like, you know, maybe if I was being like super toxic or something, but like I'm not even a good Kazuya. All I can do is like I can hit electrics like maybe 20% of the time, and I know the hell sweep mix up now, and that's like it. Like I'm a pretty bad Kazuya player. He's hard for me to pick up. Mishimas are hard for me, despite the fact that they are like the main characters that I want to play and the main characters that I do play. The issue is I'm bad at Tekken. So trying to play Mishimas is rough. But that doesn't stop me. Like, I wasn't doing anything crazy. I just, you know, the guy kept rematching, so I kept rematching.
Mobius 1,
I won almost every time. And then he said minus rep on my profile. And so I just censored him. His comment will never be seen. His story lives on because I just think it's funny. And keep in mind, like, I play in low ranks too. Like, I play in blue ranks. Not even like blue ranks, like the low ones. Like, you know, 5th, 6th Dan kind of ranks.
Bandit confirmed at Vector 180.
I wish I was 16 again and actually good at games. I think I was the best at games when I was in college because I spent so much free time just playing like competitive games. But now, like, I've kind of gotten back to, like, I really just play single player stuff.
Missed.
And so whenever I do play, like, competitive games, I notice that it is, like, a very real, I'm just not as good as I used to be at this shit, man. But I don't think it's, like, an age thing. It's just I don't put the time in the way I used to, you know? Alexander, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Okay, that bomb was smaller than I thought it would be. You get a bomb. I'm feeling generous. Yeah, he was maybe a little temperamental. I wish I could remember who he was playing. I feel like it might make it better, potentially, but I really don't because it was weeks ago at this point. And I've been playing a good amount of Tekken offline. It's all I've been playing, really. Just because I'm trying to embarrass myself as little as possible when Tekken 8 comes around in a couple weeks. So, you know, I gotta get the time in on the characters that I want to play. But with how long it's taking for me to get solid with Kazuya, it's probably just gonna be that I learn Kazuya in 7, like going into 8, and then I'll just pick up like Jin and stuff once 8 is out. I was gonna pick up Jin as well, and I spent a little bit of time trying to figure it out like a few nights ago, but there's just so much there. And I know that everyone's saying that Jin is way easier to pick up and get into in the new game. Because in 7, he is very technical. Like, there's a whole lot there that is admittedly beyond me. So I'm kind of just like, you know what? Maybe I wait for the new one. Maybe I just practice Kazuya for now, and I can just pick up Jin later.
Enemy facility destroyed.
What I am curious about, I haven't clicked on any of the videos, admittedly, because I'm kind of trying to save myself, right? But DS, do you know how people are making character guides for like characters that aren't in the demo, or even like characters who weren't in like the network test or anything like that? Do you know how people are doing that shit? Because they keep popping up in my feed, and I'm like, how the hell are people like able to make a character guide for I don't know, Lee? Like, how is there some like backdoor entrance into just the full game in the demo? I have no idea. PC version is cracked. Yeah, that would be it. I don't know if Lee is one of them that's floating around right now. I was just thinking of like any random character who's not in there. But it was confusing me. I was like, how the hell are people doing this? Been using 16 of the fighters. That's crazy. Since Soul Calibur 2 on PlayStation, I have never, to this day, played a Soul Calibur. It's on the list. Like Soul Calibur and Virtua Fighter are like the two fighting games that I've never once touched in my life. That I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to check that out and see what that's about too. Oh, and Guilty Gear is on that list too. I've never touched Guilty Gear at all, but that looks pretty fun. At some point, like when Soul Calibur goes on sale and there's not a shit ton of new fighting games coming out like there has been the last year or so, my buddy who I normally just mess around with on fighting games a lot of the time wants to pick up whatever the new one is, like the newest one that's on Steam, because we know about like the custom character creator thing that they've got going on. And so he just wants to make like whatever wacky ass custom characters we can conjure up, which admittedly does sound like a good time. Has legit amazing single player content. Yeah, I gotta get to it sometime. But I also kind of want to go back and play just a lot of like the retro games for the fighting games that I have gotten into in the last couple years. So like, I mean, Mortal Kombat I've played on and off since I was a kid, like just since like the PS2 Mortal Kombat games. But I want to go like way back and like really properly see how that series like grew. I want to go back through Street Fighter. I want to go back through Tekken. Because I want to play Tekken 2 and Tekken 1 like properly, like really dig into them. And then really dig into Tekken 3. You want at least a B? Uh-oh. Well, you know, I've been at C rank for long enough. Maybe I can make it work.
All aircraft to the central
Maybe.
beach now. Shoot down all incoming enemy aircraft.
We'll see. If I had just gone for ground targets the entire time, I think I would have fared better. I have Skullgirls. I've heard Skullgirls is really fun. All that I really know about it is that it's a 2D fighting game. And apparently it's really good for like casuals. Like it's not a super technical game. It's one of those that you can just kind of like pick up and play and have fun with. I've heard good things about it.
Mobius 1, Box 2. A-10 shot down. Radar lock.
How close am I to the B rank?
Out of missiles. You're in
Oh,
gun range.
I'm what? I could go get more. I've got 6 minutes on the clock. I don't know if I need them against A-10s. This is the hardest to S rank? Uh-oh. Yeah, I think I might be a little behind on it. We might have to reset it. I want that plane. I do. Shit. There we go. Why are we stalling? Yeah, I told False last night, literally, because Tekken came up. I swear I didn't bring it up, but Tekken came up, and I was like, dude, I have been talking about it, I think every single day for like the last 2 weeks. I've talked about it for at least like 5 to 10 minutes. Like, I have super bad brain rot for Tekken right now. I need Tekken 8 to come out so that I can stop, like, just sitting here thinking about how badly I need Tekken 8 to come out, and I can just dig into it and stop being so obnoxious about it and stream it and, you know, like have fun with it, obviously, but just that I can stop being such an annoying bitch about it. Because, oh my god, I have actually gone on a whole tangent every single day for weeks. And there's still like 2 weeks. There's what, 15 days? It's the Friday after next Friday. And today's Thursday. Yeah, today is Thursday.
Mobius 1,
Because
prepare
I
landing check.
am
You are
actually
cleared to land.
like on my
2
preferred
miles to
schedule
touchdown.
for the video this week, which, if you don't know what I mean by preferred schedule, it just means
1
that
mile to touchdown.
I generally aim to have the video
Slow down,
done
speed's too high.
going into Friday so that I can get it up for, whoa, for members and patrons, like going into the weekend. I like to get it up for them on Friday if I can. It's inconsistent. A lot of the time I get it up for them on a Saturday instead, but this week I think I'll have it done tomorrow morning, probably, if I had to guess.
Mobius 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
I'll probably finish it up tomorrow morning. It's very far along right now. The XFA-27 from Ace Combat 2
Altitude restrictions canceled.
is a guest
Return to your
character
mission, Mobius 1.
in a tennis game. Do you want to run that one by me again? What did you just say? What was that? Spending the weekend in Liverpool on the day it comes out? Cancel your plans. Liverpool can wait. Liverpool's always there. Tekken 8 launch day is only here once. Liverpool can wait. It's very responsible and adult to cancel plans for a video game release. Trust me. No one would ever judge you for that. I fat fingered the pause button. That was not intentional. What am I gonna do for 10K? Well, Seppa recently dug up like a nearly 2-year-old clip of me saying on stream that I would make an OnlyFans at 10K. I didn't say it outright, but they were asking about me making one. And I said, and I quote, "Ask me again at 10K subs." And he just a couple weeks ago sent me that clip and I was like, why did I say that? I mean, when I said that, I thought that 10K was, you know, a lot further away, a lot more difficult to get than it actually was. Don't you have one of your feet? That's not my account. Someone made an OnlyFans account for my feet, and there's literally only one picture. Because there's only one picture in circulation of my foot. They took a single image and they made a whole fake OnlyFans page out of it. It's crazy that that page exists. Those plans have cost quite a bit of money. You know what else costs quite a bit of money? Tekken 8 Deluxe Edition. For 18th century saucy ankle shots made some money. Bro, that is actually like a good one. Because hear me out, like, that's not even like... Okay, maybe I'm just weird for this, but you know, when I look at that, I'm like, that's not even like uncomfortable to have out there. Like 18th century ankle shots? That's pretty easy. That's not like too uncomfortable. It's kind of weird still. Like it's, you know, right on the line, getting into like weird territory. But it's really like, I wouldn't even be that uncomfortable with saucy ankle shots. But you know who probably, in my opinion, has like the best OnlyFans ever? I only knew about the Twitter account. Yeah, there's an OnlyFans one too.
This is HQ.
You know chocolate pizza is a thing? I do. I think marshmallow pizza probably is too. Because like I know that dessert pizza is a thing. This is chat's question of the day. Chat wrote this question. Chat wrote yesterday's question. I let them do it again today.
Crown
And this is what we got.
Vector 350, 4 miles. Field 9, Omega 1, engage.
And it's at a flat 50-50, so it must be a good question.
Mobius
That
1,
tells me that there's a lot of potential room here for debate.
I've got a lock on.
You know? No one can agree. I won't forget the ace. I just thought about it. Also had a Nutella calzone. I've never had a dessert pizza. It seems like it would be good. Because like, to me, right? I think of like chocolate pizza. I've seen like pictures of it before.
Beach. Get Vector 280.
It would essentially just kind of be like a dessert pastry that's in the shape of a pizza, wouldn't it?
Surface target destroyed. Missile hit.
Oh, that's how I think of it. It would be kind of just like a general like pastry dessert. But it just happens to be in the shape of pizza. Oh, we're fine. I love diving towards the ground. I really do it a lot for how much it scares me sometimes. You'd think I just wouldn't do it so much, but I never learn how sketchy it is.
Cover the landing party. This is
That one's not worth it. Oh, tanks only need one in this game.
radar spike. Tank destroyed.
It was 5 that tanks took 2 missiles, I forget. Even though it's been
Facility destroyed.
weeks since I did the review for 5. I'm still in the habit, apparently.
This is Unit Q. On the beach. Sam destroyed.
Pastry's a bit different. Yeah, I mean, it's different, but you know, it's like a dough cooked into like a bread.
Target hit.
That's a great way of putting it. Dough cooked into a bread.
Guns destroyed.
It's bread. Pastry got them flakes? Well, you know, I didn't say like it's a croissant or it's like puff pastry. I just said like pastry, like in general, you know? Like I know what you mean, but pastry can be pretty general. I've had plenty of pastries. It's like you know, like a cake donut, right? How their whole thing is like, yeah, it's a donut, but they're shit. Sorry, cake donut enjoyers. They're not shit. They're just not as good as like a light, fluffier donut. They're just not.
Crown Beach. Get Vector 070. On the nose.
They're fine. I'll eat a cake donut and I'll probably be fairly happy with it.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Yeah, I would be happy with it. If someone brought me a cake donut right now, I wouldn't complain. But I would prefer like a lighter donut. I've never heard of a cake donut. Oh, look up cake donut. It's not a literal cake. It's pretty much like a donut, but it's like denser. It really is just a donut that's not like light and fluffy. Like the bread part, the pastry part is like dense.
Locked on. Fox 2.
That's the best way to explain it. Like they're not bad, but I want like a light fluffy donut that goes down easily. You know, that's kind of the appeal for me. Hard donut. I love a chocolate cake donut. Yeah, like it's good. It's not bad. I say it's shit and I'm just exaggerating, but nothing beats like, you know, everyone's been to like a bakery once where you have that donut and it's just so goddamn light and fluffy and like whatever is on top of it, if it's like glaze, if it's got like icing, if it's got a mountain of sprinkles, if that's your way, whatever it is, it's just perfect, you know? I don't want a cake donut when I know that I could also have a donut like that. That's my thing with a cake donut.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Not inherently bad, but if the game is supposed to slow down during this mission. If you're getting slowdown during this mission, that would be, I'm assuming you're playing emulator if you're getting slowdown on it. Or maybe, does it get slowdown on hardware? I haven't played it on an actual PS2. My PS2 is sitting in storage collecting dust at the moment, like my actual PS2. I way prefer to just, throw the disc in the PC and upscale it and everything, even though it can be a kind of a pain in the ass with visual bugs sometimes, plural, Cole, English. Like even with the downsides of emulation, I like making the games look pretty. But if you're using emulator, like if you're using PCSX2, try messing with some speed hacks, maybe.
Enemy facility destroyed.
I actually had a slowdown issue with Ace Combat 5. I had to use speed hacks to fix it. I don't know why AC5 had a slowdown issue on my system, but I threw on some speed hacks and got it ironed out.
Bandit closing at 6.
From what I read while I was looking into it, people were saying that AC5 had slowdown on the old hardware, but like, I know from just other emulation experiences that sometimes people say that and it's just not true. So I always just, I'm like, maybe it had slowdown if I played on actual hardware, but who knows? Half the time in my experience, it didn't when people say that it did. I can never tell. Just get a cake and a donut. You know what? I think Jess is really finding the creative solutions here to the donut problems. The percent indicator of the game speed stays at 100. On this game? Because again, I don't have any speed hacks enabled and I don't get any slowdown. What emulation is used? I almost always am using like whatever's considered the standard emulator for like each system, like just whatever the most commonly used one is. Because genuinely with most emulators, like they're the most commonly used because they're like all around the best. They all have upsides and downsides, but the ones that are like PCSX2, just all around, most of the time, like 90% of the time, this is the emulator to use. Sometimes it's a matter of really only having one good option, like RPCS3. I'm an avid Duck Station enjoyer. I'm a strong believer in the Duck Station for PS1, but it's mostly because Duck Station has really good texture and geometry correction, so it eliminates like all the weird wobbly stuff that like, it's part of the PS1 charm for someone like me who grew up with it, the PS1 that is. But at the same time, when you play a PS1 game and you take away the wobble, it's like there's a whole new charm to it. Because like it looks low poly, but it also looks really good a lot of the time, unless it's something like, I don't know, Air Combat that just didn't look very good.
Approaching point of return. Maintain current course to refuel.
An A rank. I was told that as long as I get up to like a B, I should be able to get it. I think we were really close on the last one, to be honest. What games that haven't released yet am I planning on playing? Tekken 8! Sorry, what? Other than that, Also, we'll see you around, Jess. I'm strongly considering streaming that new Prince of Persia game because all of the early like hands-on stuff with Prince of Persia has been like, yes, that original trailer was kind of weird, and the music taste, or sorry, the music choice in that trailer was awful. Because I remember I reacted to the PlayStation showcase where they revealed the game, and I literally said, like, this doesn't look that bad. But I also said, who the hell chose this song? Like, the trailer was kind of like off-putting in a weird way. So I was skeptical about it, but every single like hands-on preview for that game has been saying that it's really damn good. So I'm definitely like, I'm strongly predicting right now that that new Prince of Persia game is going to be one that like doesn't sell a shit ton of copies. Like, it's not going to be a huge financial success or anything, but I think that it's going to be a really big hit, like with people that do play it. I think it's going to be one of those games, like a sleeper hit for early in the year. It seems like that is going to be a pretty good one, so I'm really considering it. Trying to think what else is coming like early this year other than like Suicide Squad, which there's maybe, let's say there's like a 10% chance that I pick up Suicide Squad and check it out when it comes out. I haven't entirely written it off, but I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna play it. But there's like a small chance that if it comes out and people are like, wait, we were wrong, this is actually pretty nice, story's really good. I talked about it before. One of the big reasons that I'm still like kind of holding out on the copium for Suicide Squad a little bit is because it's Kevin Conroy's last performance as Batman. He recorded his entire performance before he passed away. So, and it's, I think, confirmed at this point that it is the Arkham Batman in the game. Like, I think it is supposed to be that iteration of Batman that's present. We're not 100% on that, I don't think. But the majority of people are like, yeah, there's enough signs that are pointing towards that being the case, that that's what we should be expecting, probably. And I'm not gonna say that we should be expecting it, but there's at least a strong possibility that it's also gonna be the last appearance of like the Arkham Batman ever. So like, I kind of want to check it out for that stuff. But yeah, it's a looter shooter, and it just like, the gameplay that we've seen doesn't really look all that great, like at all. It looks a little bland and repetitive, as you would expect a co-op looter shooter to maybe look. But like, looter shooters don't have to be bland and repetitive. You could have like a Borderlands where it's actually really fun and varied. But I don't think that that's how this game looks so far. Uh-oh. This missile's gonna hit me. Yeah. I kind of froze and didn't really know what to do about it. Please, for the love of God, spare me. I don't know if I'm gonna do the medals for 5. I haven't really planned, I haven't planned what I'm doing for 5 yet. Also, George, thank you for the sub. Sorry, I was rambling about stuff. I could look at the calendar, because I feel like there's a couple games coming like early this year that I'm kind of just forgetting about right now. I know that there's a couple I'm forgetting. I just don't know what they are, is the problem right now. Like, there's definitely a couple that are coming out that I just can't think of. But right now, I am just not able to come up with them. But I'm definitely doing Tekken in a couple weeks, like without a doubt. I already have it pre-ordered and everything. I've been talking about it nonstop. It's gonna be a really good time. For sure. Like, even if the game has like some netcode problems or whatever that could really hold it back as a fighting game, There's just so much shit in the game. Like, it's going to be so packed with content outside of just like ranked multiplayer that
10-4, good job.
I'll probably be
The mission
chilling,
is a success.
even if the multiplayer has some
Unit
issues.
Commander, didn't you have some message for the pilots?
Oh my god, the opera one is not the move. Hold on.
This is Sergeant Collins. I've taken over command of Unit B. Tell them thanks for the supporting fire.
I'm pulling up a
Roger,
release
this is
calendar.
headquarters. Mission complete.
Okay. Wait, Prince of Persia is next week? That's a lot closer than I thought. Yeah, Prince of Persia, pretty much. I'm just waiting to see the critical reception, really. Because, I don't think it's going to be one of those, like, it comes out and everyone is, like, in love with this game. Like, everyone's buying and playing it. But I do think it's going to be one of those that, like, it comes out and whoever does play it says that it's really good. And if that's the case, then I'll hop in, like, a day late. I'm just kind of... I'm leaning towards doing it, but only, like, 70% that way. And don't worry, you guys, because that long-awaited remaster for The Last of Us 2 also comes out next week. Finally, The Last of Us 2. What is with Naughty Dog and their remasters, dude? They are just the worst, genuinely. Because they did the same shit with the first Last of Us, where if you don't know, then let me fill you in. You know how there's The Last of Us and then there's The Last of Us Remastered? You know how long of a time gap there is between those two games? It's a year. The original game was 2013. The Last of Us Remastered was 2014. No, I'm not joking. Naughty Dog is just really weird like that. I don't know why they do remasters so soon.
Support our troops by attacking and neutralizing the combat power.
Suicide Squad is also closer than I thought.
Range of Stonehenge. However, your skills should prove to be more than a match for it.
There's not a whole lot. Ooh, you know what I actually am going to do? See, like, this is one of those smaller ones that I just kind of was like, I don't know what's coming out. You know what I actually, like, I'm definitely going to stream it because I already own the game. There's Night Dive's Night Dive's port of Star Wars Dark Forces is coming out at the end of February, which, if you don't know, is the old boomer shooter Star Wars game that they made in the Doom engine, like way back. I think it was 1994 it came out, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 95. And Night Dive has been working on like reporting and remastering it and all that. And that is coming out end of February. I've played the game before. Great game. And whenever Night Dive does those ports, they release them as a free update for anyone who like already owns the original game on Steam, which I do. So I don't even have to buy the game. I'm gonna play it anyway, so I'll probably stream it at least once. If not, just play through it, because it's probably only like 2 streams worth of game. But that's still like a month and a half away. Other than that, like going into March, Dragon's Dogma 2 is a maybe. The Alone in the Dark remake is coming out in March? Wait, since when? What? I didn't know we had gotten a new release for this. Release date, that is. I thought it had just been delayed and like that was it. All right, the Alone in the Dark remake is in March. I'm not expecting a ton from that, but I hope that it will come out at least like pretty well. I'm a big survival horror nerd. Obviously, like past March, we don't really have any like confirmed releases right now, like confirmed dates, that is. Other than like Black Myth Wukong is coming out in August. My prediction for that game is still that it's going to release and be an absolute shit show. I expect disaster with that one. Tango line is so boring and so easy, or so long and so easy to S rank. Yeah, so this one, the what's it called? The ace is in the northwest corner. Sorry, I wanted to pull up that list and run through it. Hold on. New ace skin, I can't forget, for the F-15. It's another one that I don't think looks all that great. Regardless, I'm going to replace my old skin with the new one because it's the ace skin. I earned it, but I don't think it looks all that great. I can finally buy the F-22. Oh, and then the 37. Oh, we're getting into the good shit now. It's all expensive for like trying to collect everything. But large bombs are useful. Could I... That's an air-to-air missile. Can we take... Oop, that's aircraft. Hold on. Guided free fall? How big is it? Why is it so expensive? You know what? I don't need it. Oh, I do want bombs for this mission. No. I do need it. I do need it. Scratch that. I know what mission this is. I need it. 7 sold well. We know that they're developing 8 just because we have like employees of Project Aces listed as working on it currently, like in public record sort of thing. But who knows in terms of release, considering they haven't even like done an official reveal for it. It's kind of just, I would say it's still minimum 2 years out would be my guess. Because like the only real confirmation that we have that it's in development is that like we know of a handful of employees who are like on the record as stating that they're working on a new Ace Combat on the Project Aces team. Oh yeah, and they confirmed that they'll be using UE5 as well. I forgot about that. Because for me, with the trivia of it, I'm way more focused in on like, you know, Ace Combat 3's director is back to work on it. That's way more interesting to me than Unreal 5. But Unreal 5 is a very good engine. No bias from me whatsoever. Of course not. Which if you don't get why I'm joking about it, when I was working in design, like Unreal 4 was the engine that I was working in all the time. I'm an avid believer in Unreal. And 5 is great. I never got to work professionally with 5, but 5 is just really, really stable compared to 4. It's got a lot of extra bells and whistles. Like everyone always talks about Lumen. Lumen's fancy and all that, but so few games are even using Lumen that are releasing with UE5. Ooh, ow. I didn't expect that to hit me because of my turn angle. Really didn't.
Hard enemy radar spike. Missile shot trashed.
All right, let me go find this ace. It said to the west. Wait, it just popped up. It was to the north, maybe? But it's not orange. That can't be the ace. What is this? That's not an ace.
Lead them to me.
Which fighter jet is best for a beginner?
At 12 o'clock.
Maybe it's a bad answer. Maybe it kind of is a bad answer, okay? But hear me out. Whichever one you think is cool. Like, if you have fun using it, it doesn't matter all that much, to be honest. Like, definitely, there's something for, like, in the late game planes are just going to be better because their stats are higher. But, like, when it comes to those late game planes, like, just play around with them. You'll figure out what you prefer. Like, I know that I prefer the Burkett. Like, just personally, but the F-22 is really good. This thing. The flanker is great. If you just mess with it, it doesn't matter all that much. So it really is just like whatever you enjoy using. As much of a cop-out as that answer might be. Goodbye. Oh wait, I'm turning the wrong way. Shit. The FAEB? What is the FAEB? I've been corrected on the pronunciation a lot. I'm from the northern United States. For me, I read that. That is Burkett. I got that American pronunciation.
With the submarine base destroyed, all warships are followed up inside.
Oh, bomb in the F-15 active. I see. I don't think I've used it, to be honest.
Attention, all aircraft. Incoming from Stonehenge. Confirmed.
Here we go. At least this mission's super long. So I was able to take a ton of time to go and get the ace, and I probably have enough time to get the S anyway. Fuel air explosive bomb. See, now that does sound fun. I might need to go for a repair, to be honest. I don't like being at 69%, although nice and all that, but I don't like being here. I might just go repair to be safe. I don't want to have to spend more time in this mission than I do. It's a 20-minute mission. I would rather just do it once. Even if it's probably not mandatory to go and get a repair right now. I don't want to have to repeat this too many times. Man, those are all air targets too. Oh, hold on. I'm hitting buttons for chat. As a certified upstate New Yorker, you're full of shit. It's Burkut. No. I mean real northern, brother. I mean real northern. We're talking Minnesota northern, all right? You got any clue how we talk here? You don't want to know. You don't want me to bring it out. People are always horrified when I let it out. If I let the accent run free, if I talk like I'm in rural Minnesota, you won't be able to understand. You'll have no idea. Burkett. I lived in the South for long enough.
Confirmed at vector 160.
Although it was Florida, so, you know, like kind of fake South, but I mean, geographically, it's South, right? It's just culturally, it's its own beast, really. That doesn't even feel like a exaggerative way of putting it. It really is just, it's wild down there. Crazy place to live. Really crazy place to live. Genuinely. But hello, Skylight. And S. And Devious. Hello. I've been talking a lot. I've been forgetting to just, you know, do the simple things like greet and Fervil and Lego. Why not get to everyone while I'm at it?
Mobius 1, perform landing
And
check.
Fuson.
You are cleared to
Fusion?
land.
Fusion?
2 miles to touchdown.
I think you mean hell. No, that is Arizona.
Turn left.
Sorry, Arizonians. But the weather in Florida and is bad enough, right? Obviously, culturally, Florida is crazy. But
Slow down. Speed's too high.
I had family in Arizona, and I visited a lot growing up. And when you walk outside in Arizona in like late July, early August, you know what hell feels like. You know, that eternal, painful hellfire that you hear about from the priest at the local church. That's what Arizona feels like in the summer, just when you step outside.
Mobius 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
When it's like 122 Fahrenheit and you have the desert sun on you. I hated Florida's weather when I lived there. I would rather live in Florida than Arizona still.
Return to your mission, Mobius 1.
I would take it over Arizona. And that's saying something, because I have no plans of moving back to Florida. Don't get me wrong, but Jesus Christ. This is why I'm moving to Norway. Hey, we've got that kind of weather here. Hold on, it's a warmer winter for us this year than usual. It's 11 Celsius here right now. Or sorry, 11. 11 Celsius would be a pretty warm winter, especially considering it's Minnesota. No, it's negative 11 Celsius, because I know that most people in chat aren't American, typically. Desert has its own sun, meaning just it's more intense in the desert. There's a reason everything is dead out there. It's the goddamn sun and heat in that region. With, you know, no moisture. Like, Florida was terrible because, you know, Florida summer, it's like 100 degrees and it's like 99% humidity because there's a thunderstorm every goddamn day in Florida in the summer. Which, by the way, I did this rant back when I lived there a lot. Who the hell calls Florida the Sunshine State? I lived through a couple summers there, and the sun is never even out in Florida in the summer. I swear to you. That's an exaggeration. It's out most of the time, actually. But there's like a full, like, tropical storm. Again, exaggerating. But there's a very hard, like, rainfall thunderstorm every single day in Florida in the summer. So I don't know where it got the nickname Sunshine State. Because, dude, it is so miserable in the summer there. It's not even sunny half the time. I don't know who named it that, but they were on some shit when they did so. Not Tatooine, though. Texas? I haven't actually been to Texas, ever. Still. I was gonna go to Texas for a bit. Like, I was planning on it. But I never actually got there. I can confirm that. It's so weird. Like, it's a huge storm every single day for like 3 months straight, and yet they call it the Sunshine State. Like, how did it even get that nickname? Did they just make it up, like, for advertising? Like, to try to get more people to move there? Because other than that, I can't imagine where it got that nickname. I don't know who would be crazy enough, or where you would have to be from to, like, go to Florida and be like, oh man, it's so much sunnier than anywhere I've ever seen before. What?
All right, I've got him cornered. Bombs away. Locked on. This one's mine. Enemy facility destroyed. Nice kill.
Yeah, we get them before they take off. That's the easy way. When I remember to get them in time, that is.
Don't fly in a straight line.
I'm not. I feel like I'm rushing to get points here, but I also, like, still have 9 minutes on the clock, and I'm at a B rank, so I think we're fine. I don't think I have any reason to worry about my score at this point. The Upside Down world? You mean they're from the Hollow Earth, of course, which is very real. Absolutely. I prefer the Show Me state. What is the show me state? Is it Nevada? 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 That's the only one I can think of. And it's probably not
10 seconds to impact.
Nevada.
8, 7, 6,
No!
4, 3, and impact.
No! Please! I didn't hear the warnings at all. Oh my god. That was horrifying hearing the countdown start and I'm like 6,000 feet in the air. Jesus Christ. Missouri? Why is Missouri called the show me state? I thought you were dead, bro. So did I. I was like, I'm gonna have to repeat all of this. I thought it was over. That was insanely close. Why is it called that? I thought Nevada because like prostitution is legal. That was genuinely the reason that was my guess. I was like, maybe it's a funny nickname that they earned because of that. You know, because they're the only state where prostitution is legitimately legal. That was my best guess. Which is still my favorite fun fact about Nevada ever. Because it's so random. It's so out of pocket of them to just be literally the one of 50 where they're like, yeah, prostitution's cool. We don't mind.
Enemy facility destroyed.
As long as you keep feeding the casinos, do whatever you want. We're cool. Surprised nobody asked about Project Wingman this stream. Hey, there's still like an hour and 40 minutes of stream. It's not over till it's over.
AA guns destroyed.
Am I doing them in chronological order or in order of installment? Release order.
Enemy facility destroyed.
But welcome.
It'll be a difficult attack to pull off. Try not to smack yourself into the mountains.
And I'm assuming the main reason you ask
Sam destroyed.
is because, yeah, 0 is still coming up. Or maybe because of 3? I'll do it. Project Wingman. Yeah, I still don't know about Project Wingman, but it's still a solid maybe. Just because, oh, sorry, earlier, for the record, I've talked about it before on stream, but just to have it out there in the open as clearly as possible, I'm not doing a VR missions video for Metal Gear Solid. I was considering it because it's considered its own game, because originally it released as its own game. Like every subsequent re-release of Metal Gear Solid, it just came with it, but originally it was its own game. It's literally just like a few hundred mini-game levels in Metal Gear Solid. Like there's not...
Bandit confirmed at Vector 0.
I'm not doing it because there's like nothing I can really say video-wise about it. You know, like it would be a really short video. Like what do you spend 10 to 20 minutes talking about with those missions? I feel like having just done Metal Gear Solid, there's not a whole lot for me to say. So Ghost Babel is the next Metal Gear video, for the record. I have said before that Ghost Babel is next, but I wish that Metal Gear Solid 2 was next. Just personally, like I want to play it so bad, but Ghost Babel comes first. I stand by release order being the way and doing spin-offs, so it's the way it's gotta be. But goddamn that cliffhanger and me not knowing about Metal Gear Solid 2 like really all that much. Man, it's I want to play it so bad.
Fox 2. Enemy facility destroyed.
I just replayed Project Wingman. And in my opinion, it's better than any Ace Combat after 0.
Mobius 1 crashed.
We're not going to talk about it.
Sky Eye here.
We're not talking about it, chat. We're not.
Engagement zone.
We're not.
Shoot.
My habit returns, but that was like a painful time for it to return. I do it once per playthrough at least, where I just slam into the ground. It happens fairly frequently, but that was a really bad time of all the times for it to happen. That was terrible. That was bad. I had 3 minutes on the clock for the record. We had 3 minutes left. Get ready for another 20 minutes of Tango Line. I don't think this is the worst mission in the game, at least. I do not share the opinion that this is the low point.
Sam destroyed.
I can't remember that was a missile.
What's slowing you down? Maintain a high rate of fire.
Sorry, I think, what's that one near the end in the desert, chat? The other, like, 20-minute long one? I think that one is worse.
Sam destroyed.
It didn't even matter. I'm gonna have to do the ace again. As long as I don't forget that. I don't need to go do it right away, because I got a whole 20 minutes on this map. Ah! Woo! Why am I upside down? What am I doing? Sorry. Adrenaline kicked in there. Whew. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Could you imagine if I did it twice? Like a minute into this run, I just do it again. That was insanely close. Whiskey Corridor sucks too. I think that one is worse.
AA artillery destroyed.
This one at least has like a lot of verticality going on.
Missile hard left.
Like Whiskey Corridor for me, it's just flat.
I'm hit. Wounded.
Like it's just flat desert. I think this map looks better than the Whiskey Corridor map.
Enemy vessel
Like it's not exactly a beautiful map because, you know, AC4's terrain textures were still pretty low quality.
Mobius 1, Fox 2.
AC5 was where they really started to clean up like the terrain textures a lot.
Enemy central base confirmed destroyed.
But I find the jungly aesthetic at least more pleasing than just the desert. OG Vapor, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it.
AA guns destroyed.
Whoa. I'm getting greedy for targets again. It's happening. This is one of the better ground missions in my opinion. I don't mind this mission. I really don't. When I think of worst mission in AC4, like Whiskey Corridor immediately comes to mind for me. That's gotta be my least favorite. Because even on my first playthrough, I think in my AC4 video, I made the comment about like, you know, I like what they're doing with the timer and the score and all that. Like I appreciate what they're going for here. But there were some missions that if I was able to just like go and shoot one main target and end the mission early, I would have. And I'm not 100%. But I think that in the review, when I spoke that sentence, I used a clip of Whiskey Corridor because that is kind of the mission that I meant when I wrote it. Like that was the main mission I had in mind when I said it. I think I used a clip of that mission. If not, I probably should have because that was the mission I was talking about. Honestly, I just go for everything at this point because this mission has so many targets. I feel like as long as I'm playing decently, it doesn't really matter what I go for, to be honest. There's just so much missile food.
It's 6 o'clock.
I'll say missile food. It was to the west, not the north. Hold on.
Here they come. Get him off me.
Worst version of Bunker Shot. Honestly, I don't like Bunker Shot very much either. I think that's low on my list personally. It's cool. The first time I played it, I thought it was really sweet because I was like, oh,
Seconds to estimate.
I know what this is, right? Like there's kind of that, oh, I see what they're going for here. You know, we got 3 beaches.
Here they come.
Yeah, I can see what they were I can see where this came from, obviously. So like, it was kind of cool for that, because it was kind of like, you know, modern day D-Day sort of thing, but they actually had like air support.
10 seconds to impact. 8, 7, 6, 5.
We're way better off this time. Like, it's still close, but we're way better off that time. I at least did know it was coming this time, and I wasn't flying upwards at like 7,000 feet. When you can't get money from free mission in this game, so you have to grind the campaign over and over again. Oh, is there not free mission in this game? Oh, there is, but you can't get money from it. Sorry. I was like, I thought this game had free mission. It does. You just can't get money. I haven't played free mission.
Landing confirmed at vector 100.
Hello. I need a tighter turn, please. There we go.
Radar lock. Box 2.
What a beauty.
Locked on.
Free mission, not giving cash. It's a little different, but makes me think of how we're doing the Devil May Cry S ranks for a stream series, right?
Pickle.
And Devil May Cry 1 doesn't have a mission select at all. So to do all S ranks on it, I was like, okay, we're starting up a new file. And for the first playthrough, I have to get the S ranks while getting all the collectibles gathered, because it's way easier to do it on normal than the later runs. And I have like a limited selection of abilities and upgrades and all that because I'm on a new file where I haven't grinded it all out.
310.
And like that alone made the DMC1 normal mode pretty difficult to S rank. Because when we went back on hard mode, even though we were on the higher difficulty, and it's a pretty steep step up in difficulty from normal to hard in Devil May Cry, it was so much easier to do the S ranks because I had everything. Like I wasn't limited. I had all the options at that point. It made the hard mode run so much easier than the normal mode run.
Mobius 1, box 2. Enemy facility destroyed.
These guys at least had the free mission so that if you were doing your S ranks, you could get them. But the cash thing is definitely an oversight. I go take a shower and you're still here. Don't tell him, chat. Do not tell him. He can't know. No one can know. If they weren't here for it, they have no reason to know. All right? There's just no reason we would tell people about that, you know? That would be wild. You got shot down? Yeah.
Box 2.
I got shot down. Yeah. Definitely.
Missed.
No other bad habits cropped up last mission.
Box 2. Box 2.
Nope.
Right beside you. Enemy vessel sunk.
Oh, 5 made it so you can? They at least figured it out pretty quick. I mean, I guess with Devil May Cry as well. Like, DMC2, they had mission select, which, you know, for all of the negatives, the many negatives of Devil May Cry 2, the innumerable things that game does poorly, they did have mission select. They at least had that. There were some missions that I was like, this is too much to do on normal. I'll go get some later, or sorry, not on normal, with the limited gear and stuff. I was like, I'll go get some upgrades, we'll come back. And thank God, because those missions were still brutal, even with all the upgrades from late game. DMC2 was hell to S rank. That was crazy. Like, weirdly fun to look back on, but oh my God, was that miserable.
Mobius 1, Fox 2.
Although it was always very hype when we got, like, the run for each level. Like, me and whoever was in chat when we would get them, it would be a very exciting moment for everyone.
Gun range. That's a kill.
Every S rank when we were doing that just meant we were one step closer to being done with Devil May Cry 2.
VTOL base.
Which was exciting,
0-0.
again, for everyone. Crashed after dive bombing Harrier holes? No. No. That. See, now that would be silly. That would be crazy. No one would do that. No one.
Enemy facility destroyed.
Not even me. Right?
Don't let them catch you on the ground. Harrier squadron, take off when ready.
No takeoff.
Get moving.
Where did my bomb go?
Very effective.
Where did my bomb go?
Warning, incoming from Stonehenge.
Why? This is not the time. There, that was a much better bomb.
Mobius 1, Fox 2. 10 seconds to impact. 8, 7, 6, 5,
Man, we're playing loosey-goosey with Stonehenge today.
and impact.
That's fine. I like to live dangerously. Makes me more mysterious.
Maintain aircraft control during the shockwave.
Mobius 1 shot down a chopper.
I am maybe cutting it a little close with Stonehenge, considering I already had to reset this mission once.
We won't be sitting ducks. Hurry, scramble and intercept.
I maybe shouldn't be doing that. But like, it's worked so far. I can say that I have never once died to Stonehenge on this mission. So I'll take it. Oh my God, there's 7.5 minutes on this goddamn clock, you guys.
Mobius 1 shot down.
I have the A rank. Could we just call it good at an S? Maybe.
Locked on.
That was my last missile. Come here.
Missile hit.
Come here. I would hit you with the bomb if I felt like I could. Okay. There we go. A rank not good enough? We've got 7 minutes still. Hello, Tass. You could say you like the danger zone.
Scion Air Base. Vector
You could say that.
200, 8 miles.
You could.
Bandit confirmed at Vector 2.
Anyone have alcohol after that?
Scion Air Base. In Vector 210, 4 miles.
I don't drink, but sometimes I feel the need.
I've lost contact with base. What's the status?
I meant to do that. Oh, I meant to do that too. I'm not distracted flying again.
Approaching point of return. Maintain current course to refuel.
Mobius 1, perform
Sometimes I
landing check.
look
You are
at,
cleared to land.
like, when a YouTube video is doing good,
2
like the
miles
Metal
to
Gear
touchdown.
Solid video that's just cooking right now, which, by the way, it's so weird. Here, I might actually, like, pull up the graph
1
for the
mile
Metal
to
Gear Solid
touchdown.
video and show you guys. Just because.
You're
I'll
on
show
the
you
way.
what happened. The Metal Gear 2 video, I'll pull up both of those graphs. Metal Gear 2 and Metal Gear Solid both have really wacky view graphs.
Nicely done,
They're both
Mobius
worth
1.
a share.
Prepare for your next sortie.
I know that some people like when I start doing the numbers thing. Some people are like, oh, this is numbers. This is lame.
Mobius 1, you are
Oh, I
clear.
accidentally skipped the takeoff. I like doing the landing and takeoff. Like, I know I can skip them. I just meant to pause, genuinely. I forgot it would do that. Okay. So, like, here... God damn it. Snipping tool. Okay. Here, this is the Metal Gear 2 video, right? Actually, I probably should just full screen it. So, if we really enhance, and we look, this is the view graph, right? Nerd. These are kind of weird, though. Look at this. This is the stuff that I get to have fun with. So, like, day one, it was a little rocky, right? We had a little... There we go. There's my marker. We had, like, a little bit of this sort of thing going on. Where, oh, man, it got lower quality after I marked it up. That's fine. It had a bit of... Like, you can see there's... Like, this is just when it publishes, like, people getting notifications, returning viewers of the channel, that sort of thing, or watching. And then it kind of stops a little bit. It goes back up, it stops a little bit. Goes back up, it stops a little bit. And I guess this would probably be like the 1 day mark, because these are days. These numbers at the bottom. These are the days of since it got published, right? And if you're also paying attention, like the gray kind of cloud thing in the middle here, this is typical performance, which just means like the view range that my videos normally sit in for being public for that amount of time, right? Which the Metal Gear videos at this point historically underperformed. Like all three of them, this was the third one, were below the typical performance, but also consider typical performance is measured with the average of your past 10 videos as of that upload. So pulling up that typical performance bar was still like the end of the Armored Core series, where those videos were getting like 10K in the first day by the end, because we had so much momentum behind them, right? So that it affects that. That's higher than it really should be. But then you see like, probably, I would say this is like end of day one, right? Like this is probably about the time that I'm like going to sleep. Or actually, no, I remember this because I was texting with a YouTube friend about it. This was actually overnight. Like the video dies around the time that I go to sleep, but then overnight you get this little spike. And that's a pretty big spike. I mean, you know, the line is, it averaged out so much because this is like thousands of views at this point, right? So each data point is really small. But at the time, that was like almost half of the actual views the video had gotten up to that point happened in like 3 hours or so. And this was at like 2 a.m. This was like 2 to 5 a.m. This spike happened. And then in the morning, by the time that I'm up, video's dead again. Like I wake up to a bunch of engagement and comments and then like video's dead. And I'm like, okay, got some more views on the second day, flatlined again. And then it just kind of did like the slow upward curve, which is normal for me. That like I normally see this kind of like slow upward curve after day one. But then like overnight on the third day, we get this. We get this thing. Like that is the line where it starts. It spikes again. Another big spike. And it spikes pretty hard. And then that slow growth line is still slow, but faster. So the Metal Gear 2 stuff video had some kind of wacky stuff going on views-wise. Now let me show you the Metal Gear Solid video over the last 3.5 almost days. Because this is what the Metal Gear Solid video did last night. When did this start, actually? I can look, because this is more recent. Oh, last night isn't even accurate. This is what it started, the starting point here. This is in the middle of stream yesterday while I'm playing Armored Core. I have no idea for the first few hours that this is even happening. Line go up. Hello, Augustin. I'm talking about how weird the Metal Gear videos have been. The Metal Gear Solid video got off to a pretty good start. Like I was talking about the typical performance cloud earlier. And like it's riding along like the low end, and then it kind of goes into like the mid range, and then bam, it just spikes up, and it hasn't stopped. It's still going right now. You can see it hasn't like flatlined out again or anything. Like it's still going. Stonks. And I don't know what caused it. I'm trying to figure out what happened. I've been talking about it with YouTube friends who are good at this. YouTube, like good at this as in they've been doing it for a long time. I've been talking with YouTube friends who aren't as experienced, but I'm just like, maybe they'll be able to see something that I don't hear. But like, if you know YouTube, and if you don't worry, I got you. This is the impression graph, which looks very similar to the view graph, which is normally how that works. Impression is the fancy word for every time that the video gets put into someone's feed. So like, if you just go onto your homepage, and you know how there's going to be like the 8 videos at the top, let's say? Those 8 videos all just got one impression from them appearing in your feed. It's not a view, but it's like the potential view. It's like YouTube put it in front of someone so that they might view it. So the big view spike on the Metal Gear Solid video happened at the same time that this huge impression spike happened. Which means that what happened here is that YouTube just out of nowhere started like pushing the video way harder. And I don't know why. Like, I'm pretty good with algorithm stuff. I'm pretty good at understanding it at this point, I mean. I studied it a lot. I have experience with it from the last like year of really doing videos a lot. And I don't know why. Sometimes, like most of the time, I can find a reason. And I can be like, okay, the Armored Core videos picked up early on because they got a ton of watch time and comments because people really like engaged with them. People, I don't like using the word because it's kind of cringy, but like resonated with them, right? If that's the best way to put it. And maybe that's all that's happening here. But the question is, like, sure, I started getting a lot more watch time and engagement when this spike started. But like, why did the spike start? I can say, like, I understand that the spike hasn't stopped yet because it's getting a lot of like, because it's resonating. I don't like the word, but like, that's a good word for it with the audience that it's hitting. That's why it hasn't stopped. That's why it's still going. But like, why did it start? I don't know why it did that. The best I can think of is like YouTube tried a new demographic to like recommend the video to, and that demographic must have just like consistently engaged with it, like that test group that it gave it out to. And then because it resonated with that group, it started sending it out to like way more people within that demographic. And it just has kept going. So like, it's true. You gotta love it when they gain traction, but I'm just sitting here like, why? Because I want to know why, because I want to do it again, but I don't know why. What I was going to say is just crazy when I look at the numbers originally before I started doing all the talking, is when I look at like this metric here, right? Like just that thing. Watch time in hours is 1.1K. And that's crazy to me. It's so weird how when I circle something, the video or the picture gets lower res. I don't know why it does that, but it's crazy to look at that and be like, the thing that I spent my week making, right? Like I put a lot of hours into it, but within 3 days and like a quarter, that's like what, 3 days and 6 hours? Not even. So yeah, just under 3 days and a quarter. So in 78 hours, I'll even give it the extra 10 minutes. In 78 hours, the video has been watched. Let me get the exact number just to make it extra special. For 1,174 hours. Like that's a crazy thing to see that number. I'm always just like, that is wild. One of life's greatest mysteries. I don't know where the spike came from. It's been like all of my YouTube friends and I, for the last day now, almost, have just been looking through all the data points available because YouTube YouTube analytics are amazing. Like, if there is a marketing metric that you might want to know, YouTube has it. Like, they give you so many data points to look through to like figure out why something works or doesn't work, right? Because YouTube wants you to figure out what works and doesn't work, because if you figure out what works, you keep people on the website longer because they're watching your shit. So YouTube, like, they have great tools for you to figure out what works. But sometimes there's like a weird anomaly video like this one where I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And none of my YouTube friends, regardless of how long they've been doing YouTube, can figure out what's happening. Like, we are all just completely stumped on this one. Like I said, at this point, like, we know why the view spike has continued beyond just the initial burst. Because a lot of the time, like you saw on the Metal Gear 2 video, when I showed that graph, like, it'll spike for a couple hours and then it will stop. But this time it spiked and it stayed, and that's because people are like watching it for a long amount of time. They're commenting, they're liking, whatever. They're engaging is the best word. Like, it just all is under the umbrella of engagement. But it's just like, why did it start that push? Like, what caused YouTube to randomly 2.5 days in just be like, oh yeah, let's like send this to way more people? Like, I know why it's still going, but why did it start is the question. Because it's great that it's still going, and that I know that the video is good, because once it started going, it stayed going because people are liking the video, right? But like, why did it start doing that? I don't know. I don't know. The watch time is higher than average.
Just a little more. Approaching point of return. Maintain current course to refuel.
Mobius 1, perform
I
landing
might-
check. You are cleared to land.
Is it because the video's longer?
2 miles to touchdown.
I don't like it if it is, because then it's just like, oh yeah, some weeks I'll have videos that pop off because they're longer, but others, not so much. Because what I'm not going to do is
1
stretch
mile to
videos.
touchdown.
I'm not going to. But it could be that the video is 36 minutes. So like, people go in like knowing that it's a longer watch, or that they'll watch it like over the course of 2 sessions, whatever. So maybe just because of the raw watch time, it's going harder. I don't know. Repairing because I don't want to get shot down in the last 2 minutes.
Prepare for your next sortie.
For the record, I don't need this repair by any means, but I have the S rank I just don't want to get shot down before it's over. It might be, because watch time nowadays is still the YouTube meta, in quotes. Like, when I say the YouTube meta, I mean, like, there's always one metric at any given point in like YouTube history that's like, this is the big thing that YouTube is really pushing for right now. And for the last couple years now, that metric has been watch time. Just because YouTube is like, we want people on the website. The longer they are on the website, the longer we are producing revenue. So if you do a good job keeping people on the website, then we, like, you are essentially meeting our goals for what we want content to do. So we'll push that content. Obviously. Like, if they find a video that keeps people engaged and what they're looking for is engagement, they're like, oh yeah, that's what we do. We engage. So that video goes out more. But then it's YouTube, when I said like the test group thing earlier, it's because YouTube also, like, sure, my Metal Gear Solid video might keep people watching for 30 minutes at a time, and YouTube might be like, that's pretty good. But if YouTube sends my Metal Gear Solid video to like people who predominantly watch like beauty content, then it's not going to keep getting that good watch time. So like they've got the test group thing. Algorithm is crazy.
Bandit at 12 o'clock.
I've said it before. You could get a degree in the YouTube algorithm.
Radar lock.
Like just I'm still learning this algorithm. It's crazy shit. It's fun to learn. Like once you start to understand it, it's like, oh, it's actually pretty cool. But hello, Snake.
Warning.
Welcome.
Incoming from Stonehenge.
No, we're not gonna die. I've got a minute and a half. I just repaired, so we're at 0%. It's a beautiful game. Okay, it is a beautiful game. It is a technical showcase for the PS1 and all that.
Impact. 8,
But you know what I mean.
6, 5.
Fair enough. It is a beautiful game. Also, okay, wait. One of the comments actually brought this up. Apparently, okay, it was a correction to something I said in the Metal Gear Solid video. But apparently, in Metal Gear Solid, in one of the briefing cutscenes at the beginning, of which there's like 40 minutes of briefing cutscenes. So I never saw this. However,
Check behind you. Heads up.
Metal Gear Solid made it so that Snake's hair, Solid Snake's hair, is naturally blonde,
Missed.
and he dyes it brown for every mission apparently, because his hair has been brown in every game. He's never been blonde.
Heads up. Enemy radar spike.
But in that one cutscene,
Nothing but air.
they have him blonde in it, and they have him ask Campbell before the mission for a pair of scissors, and presumably because his hair goes from blonde to brown before the game starts, hair dye. What? That was something to learn. For sure.
Resistance. Mission complete. All aircraft.
I was like, I cannot believe that this game just randomly was like, yeah, Snake, natural blonde, always has been. Don't know what you're talking about. It's always been blonde, of course.
Istis Fortress was destroyed.
That was a crazy one.
The troops
I love destroying all targets on this map. If I had like or a faster plane, like one with max speed,
as well as to attack Stonehenge.
it would be fun. And if I wasn't, you know, taking so many shots and I didn't repair like 3 times, it's a fun map to clear out, to be honest. It's because brown is a more stealthy blonde, duh. Well, apparently he says in that cutscene that he does it so that he doesn't look like Liquid. Which then, look, even the Metal Gear fans, we recognize, we're like, this game has a lot of great writing. It also has a lot of very confusing writing
as well as their families.
that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Information in exchange for amnesty and
Like the line about him not wanting to be mistaken for Liquid, because I see that and I'm like,
low altitude due to some.
you're doing an infiltration mission.
Your mission is to protect both
Would you not
from enemy
want to
fires.
look exactly like Liquid?
Exit the combat area safely.
Like, would that not be a benefit to you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I usually do it with the F-15E. I don't have it yet. Hold on, what plane was the ace in last mission? Oh. RMO1? And he had a good skin. Okay. Sell the RMO1 that I have, because I'm that short on cash. Oh, wait. When you said F-15E, I read it, or not I read it as, but I thought it was A. I thought you meant the active, the one at the end. Hold on, where's the F-15? Ah, there's the F-15E, I have it. When the Ace Combat and Metal Gear players are reluctant of your writing. Well, it's just one of those things where like, I like what the Metal Gear story so far that I've experienced is, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, this writing is kind of all over the place. Like, it's really entertaining. It's really fun to like go through it. But sometimes it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, I feel like the game's writing contradicts itself a lot. For as fun as it is, there's a lot of moments that I'm just like, huh? Like, I mentioned a big specific one in the Metal Gear Solid video, where it's more of like a retcon, I guess. Technically, you could, like, it is by definition a retcon, but, like, Snake says in Metal Gear Solid that when he was in Zanzibar, Big Boss told him that Snake was his son before Snake killed him there. That didn't happen. It didn't. Like, I played the game the week before Metal Gear Solid, so Snake said that, and I was like, what? That? I don't think he said that. He didn't. Like, Kojima just threw it in because, like, oh, I would have forgotten about the ace. Hold on. Next to the return line in the southeast? Oh, you can turn the HUD off? Oh. That's good to know. Someday.
Flight 701,
in the southeast.
This will assist the ISAF escort.
We gotta zoom. It was all just a dream. It might actually be best to do it right away. Like, if this plane gets shot down, I'll have to try that. Actually, I can shoot down one of these, maybe. Hold on. I have an idea. Whoa! That was a big MIP mapping thing. One of them missed, please. All right, one of them missed. Booyah. Now we go to the southeast. You're fine. I have a job to do. I did not play Solid on live. I am streaming through 100%ing them though. So right now we started, man, there's a crazy amount of MIP mapping bugs on this mission. Probably the worst in the game. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Metal Gear Solid. I'm going to be playing it on live. Right now we're in the middle of doing Snake's Revenge for stream, which is not very exciting for 100%. It's literally just playing the game once, but for sake of full completion, I'm doing it. I'm just replaying Snake's Revenge on live. Before shooting down the final enemy plane. That does make sense, because it's flying in that direction. I mean, yes, they do have an escort fighter. I'm just on the other end of the map. But, I don't stream the playthroughs of, the games for reviews. Just because it's a lot easier for me to, like, take everything in if it's just me, like, sitting here playing on my own and I don't have to worry about, like, stream or chat or anything. And it also just makes things way easier for recording that way, too, which is a nice bonus. At least it didn't take long to actually shoot him. It's not as exciting to stream it after I've played it once, but it's better for the videos to do it that way. It's like, if I played them live, it would be better for the streams, but for the sake of the videos, it's better to play them offline. Mostly this mission. Yeah, I've seen the really old builds. Okay, I'll do it later this time. I've seen that some of the really old builds were so bad, like really bad. The current build, it's like, depends on the level. Unfortunately, none of the MIP mapping settings actually fix it, because I played with it a lot while I was recording. And like, inevitably for the video, I ended up just kind of like editing around the MIP mapping bugs, like I wouldn't use a clip if there was just an insane amount of MIP mapping going on in the corner. But I've seen those old videos. Or sorry, I looped. I was playing around with the MIP mapping settings to try to get it to fix, and just none of them worked. Like normally automatic is the way. Sometimes you gotta mess with it, but just nothing would fix it. So I just went back to automatic. When will I play Sons of Liberty? For reviewing for the series, next I'm doing Ghost Babel, because I am including the spin-offs and we're doing release order. As much as I really want to play Sons of Liberty, I gotta hold off for one more video first. But I've heard Ghost Babel is like the best. Well, okay, not everyone has said this, but I've heard a lot of people say that Ghost Babel is the best of the 2D Metal Gear games. So I am still looking forward to that one for sure. Wow, that's a lot of bugs.
Take the captain to the back.
But then after Ghost Babel's video, I'll be doing MGS2.
We're losing
Thank
too
you.
much fuel.
Mobius 1 shot down a target. Fox 1.
How many enemy fighters are in this mission?
This is Flight 702.
Like, should I shoot down 2 of these and then
Rapidly.
Mobius 1.
go for the ace?
23,000
Maybe?
Don't let them get near those aircraft.
How come there's no Daughters of Liberty? That's a question for Kojima. Probably. If he'll answer. I don't know, does he still talk about Metal Gear stuff very often? Like for interview or whatever?
Missed.
I feel like it's likely a bit of a sore spot, but it's been enough years that maybe he's more open to talk about it than I would think. I don't know. 3 waves of enemies? Okay, so yeah, shoot down this one and then go for the ace. Does he talk about it a lot? Like nowadays? Because I'm sure there's, I mean, plenty of interviews from back when the series was ongoing, but
I don't like flying so close to the action.
with my understanding of how that all went down, it's likely that he's not thrilled to talk about it. I mean, I probably wouldn't be either.
The Erusians.
It would be like if I had a company that was essentially like, just for sake of example, like funding the Armored Core series, right? So like my first big like breakout success that was pretty long running, like I had put so much more effort into it than
Just keep flying.
anything else in my career.
The ISAC fighter.
And then like very late into that series, they just pulled the plug on it. They were like, nope, you're done. You're actually not working for us anymore, and we
Fighting solo.
hold all of the publication rights. So sorry, but not really. Get out.
Shot trashed. Bandit
And
shot
even when he
down.
did get fired, as someone who hadn't played Metal Gear at the time, I was still pissed because I've been a Silent Hill fan my entire life. So don't worry, I was robbed too. Even though I wasn't playing Metal Gear back then, I was still pissed at Konami back when they fired Kojima. I was still very pissed. Because after like PT and like Norman Reedus was gonna be the main character in a goddamn Silent Hill game, and it was like one of the most respected directors in the industry, like probably top 5 most highly regarded directors in the industry. I was so pissed. I'm still kind of pissed for how robbed we were of that game. Because seriously, wasn't PT made in secret? I don't know.
We're carrying civilians.
I mean, I don't imagine it was.
I repeat, we have
Oh my god, the amount of visual bugs. I don't even think it was this bad,
At 6,000 feet.
like, when we did the normal mode playthrough.
But you're almost out of illusion.
It's really bad now.
Maintain current altitude and speed. The ISAF escort will cover you.
Because, like, Silent Hills was in development properly.
in your hand.
He likes to talk about upcoming projects. I mean, obviously,
Mobius
you know, hype up the new
Sky
stuff.
here.
It's
Aircraft
just
have
marketing
exited the
at
combat
that
area
point.
safely. There were no losses. The mission was a
But
success.
Sky Eye, this
Yeah,
is
what
Flight
a-
701.
what a shitty way to what's it called?
All passengers
have
and
that
crew from both aircraft
end.
were examined by an
'Cause
ISAF medical officer and are in good health.
I don't know the story behind it necessarily, because I've been very good about not getting spoiled for the rest of the series, but wasn't Phantom Pain not done at the time? Like, that story never even properly got wrapped up because of the situation. I think I heard something to that degree, or maybe it just set up for like a sequel beyond MGS5 and that never got made or something. Like, I don't know.
Bombs were delivered to their base. This meant that an enemy who had to be fought by those means was close at hand.
But I've definitely heard something about
The
the
resistance
story
blew up
not
the
even
squadron's
being
runway.
complete because of the way that it
Rebel
went
Ford
down.
suffered light shrapnel wounds. Though the runway could be fixed, the complete loss of
Which,
reserve supplies
yeah.
was a heavy blow. Logistics support became infrequent following the Allied operations. I knew this because Yellow Squadron's crew chief bellyached about this all the time to me. I won't complain if I buy the farm while I'm airborne, but I can't stand being taken out while I'm grounded. Now
The
I
world's
understand
not ready
13's
for it.
feelings.
What was that?
Reports
I
of the
remember
Stone
hearing
Age
about
era
that
came
too.
Yellow Ford went up with the others.
What
With
was
no
that?
bombs, her plane was light. But her plane
Has a
was in
ton of
bad
cut
shape.
stuff. Okay.
It needed an engine replacement.
That might be what
badly.
I've heard then. That's probably what it was. He only completed half the game. Jesus Christ. Isn't the game long as... Hold on.
We will attack
Because that's the game right now that I'm like afraid of getting to that video. Isn't that game supposed to be super fucking long?
A few small fighters flying unpredictable high speed.
Oh, it's worse than I thought.
To get within range.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Its central ECM jamming system disrupts our radar and missile guidance systems. Unless the system is destroyed, our mission will be very difficult to execute.
The 1 week schedule is not going to work for MGS5.
It'll be a tough mission, but when we can,
I'm gonna have to come up with some
now go and replace
strategy
over the mainland.
to approach that shit by the time that I get there. Because... Oh my. Hold on. I'll pull over what I'm looking at. Let me, you know, just main story and side content is averaged out across the 3 styles of completing a game. It's apparently like an 80-hour game. Okay, that... I don't even know if I'll be able to finish this game in a week. Like, to begin with. I mean, I had heard that this shit's supposed to be long, but main story, 46 hours? And look, I could bite the bullet on this like I've done in the past. But even then, I wouldn't be able to get this video done in a week if the story is 45 hours to get through. Like that. Non-complete game. Yeah, apparently. How am I even going to... You know what? That's a question for way down the line at this point. That's so many weeks from now. I don't need to think about that right now. I mean, I should probably try to come up with like a general idea at the very least. Wow, what the how? I don't know, but I got an SU-35 skin. Play Siren for PS2. I think I've heard of Siren. Hold on. I think I know what this is. I've definitely heard of it, but there's gonna be something here that I'm like, oh, it's this one. So I can see that I've heard of it. Oh, there it is. There's the name. Yeah. It was the writer and director of the original Silent Hill. That's where I have come across this game before. That's where. So he could have played it Ace Combat Advance Week. A man can dream, because that game is like 2 hours long. That was a really nice way that worked out, though. I was able to put a lot more time into the Metal Gear 2 video because that video was short. Whenever I have a video like that where like the game is short and as a result the video gets done like way ahead of planned, like normal schedule, what's it called? What was I saying? I just completely... Oh, yeah. Whenever I'm able to get stuff done, like, a couple days early, like in that case, because the game is so short, and, like, with Ace Combat Advance, there was only so much to really talk about. Even though it was a pretty deep dive, it was still only, like, a 12-minute video. It's nice because the next week I have so much more time to put into the next thing. I'm trying to remember the last time I had a video like... Oh, no, I know the last time I had a video like that. It was not the last time that a video was relatively short. Because I guess the last time before Ace Combat Advance like that was probably like Ace Combat 2. But the most noteworthy one for me was the Formula Front video. Did not take very long to get done because the game was short. And like it's a little neat spin-off, so like I talk about the gameplay, but then that's about all there is to that game. So like, you know, it was a short video to produce as well in that sense. The next week was not only able to put more time into the last Raven video, but I was also able to get the last Raven video done early enough with how loose the schedule was to launch the Patreon like properly. All right, and we are repairing. This mission doesn't take 15 minutes. I got time because that was really stupid of me. I could play Chop Goblins to have a short video before MGS 5. I could maybe try to block it out. Like I could try to map out like all of the what's it called? All of the rest of these two series so that the week that I do MGS 5, I could like intentionally put in like, I don't know, Ace Combat 7 maybe. So that, because like Ace Combat isn't like insanely short most of the time, but like Ace Combat 4 is like a 4-hour game if you're playing like a normal human being and not like me. So like it's shorter, gives me more time, but I think MGS 5, I think it's just a lost cause. I think like there's nothing I can do. There's just gonna be a 2-week gap for that one. But considering how much people are now enjoying the Metal Gear series, now that the Solid video has kind of taken off, it might be a week-long gap that people are like cool with. You know what I mean? Like,
Done, Mobius
it might be one of those where I just say right off the
Forwarding.
bat, I'm like, look, you guys, this video is gonna take me 2 weeks instead of 1. And people are gonna be like, it's
Mobius
okay.
1,
It's Metal
you are
Gear
cleared
Solid
for
5. I can wait. It'll be worth it. What's your favorite wine gum flavor? What the fuck is wine gum?
Altitude restrictions canceled. Return to your mission, Mobius 1.
Oh yeah, we don't have this. We don't have this. It is a chewy candy from the UK. Yeah, we don't have that. We don't got wine gum. Just fruit gummies. Like fruit snacks. I don't even know. Maybe it's caused some problems. Well, I did 2 weeks in a row of Metal Gear. You think people would be chill if I did another like 2 weeks in a row of Metal Gear? I think including spin-offs, Metal Gear has more games too. Because I'm pretty sure that like my general plan after I did that was I was like, oh yeah, like it'll work out because I'll finish the Ace Combat series first, and then from that point I can just like plow through the rest of the Metal Gear games and then move on to whatever's next after that. Like I'll have started running polls and all at that point. But no, I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 5. The only Metal Gear game that I played pre-review series was Metal Gear Rising, because music. I genuinely, I played MGR just for the music because goddamn. Where the hell is this fighter? Is it way up in the sky? Oh, it is. Not way up, but it's up above my head. Thank you. But I have no idea on the wine gum flavor, Sepper, because I don't even know when the last time I had fruit snacks was. It's been years. I would I don't know. I don't know what I would like. Because it can vary so much between different kinds of candy.
Hard enemy radar spike. AA guns destroyed.
A lot of people played MGR for the memes, and to be fair, completely valid reason to play MGR. The memes are hilarious. I played it for the music. I had heard the soundtrack already, and I was like, it is a cyborg ninja hack and slash. I got shot by Stonehenge. That's a thing? That...
Stonehenge is responsible for the loss of many aces. We're in need of new heroes. Be sure to make it back in one
Okay.
piece.
That was some good timing on the chat message. Maybe I should take out like most of the Stonehenge weapons before I go for points. Maybe. Might be a good idea. I know now. I know better. I didn't know it could shoot. For a second I was like, why did I instant fail? But then I realized that that particle like wavy effect was because I got hit by Stonehenge directly.
Sam destroyed. Jamming facility destroyed. Radar is clear. Target is neutralized. 6 targets remaining. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Shit. Stonehenge is aiming this way. Shit.
3, engage. Check 6.
So far, which has been my favorite. So far, 4 has this one has been my favorite.
Sam destroyed.
I think that 5 is still really damn good.
Destroyed.
Like, it's still a really strong game. I still scored it really highly.
Target hit.
But 4 feels just so, like,
Box 2.
I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
Go for it, Mobius 1. Take it out. 5 targets remaining.
What is the word that I'm trying to use here?
Destroyed.
Realized, maybe? Ow. Like, it feels like, yeah, there's a story here that's all right. Like, it's nothing crazy, but like, it's a good,
Box 2.
solid enough story, gets the job done sort of thing. It's not one that you're gonna tell people they've got to like play the game just for the story, but it's a good enough story.
Destroyed.
But they weren't really going for like a huge story emphasis just yet. At least not with this one. They did with 3. They really didn't with 4. 4 was a little more loosey with it. 5, they were back to like, yeah, we're trying to tell a story here. 5, like, the story intrudes on the gameplay in a way that's kind of annoying at times. 4 is just like, story's there. Outside of that, this is just a game-ass game. The flight just feels really good. The planes feel good. The game looks great for a game that came out in 2001.
Mobius 1.
It looks pretty amazing for a game that came out in 2001 at that. Like, the visuals are pretty outstanding for that year. It's just, I don't know. It feels like the most fully realized game so far. Like, it's the most like spot on. Like, they did exactly what they wanted to do, and it might not be that crazy, but it just feels good, and it feels easy to just play over and over and over in a way that like AC3 didn't, and in my opinion AC5 didn't. Like, I like what 5 did, but it's not one that I'm gonna just play on repeat because the gameplay is so good, because the story gets in the way.
Mobius 1, you are clear.
5's core gameplay is still probably like about on par with this. You know, the planes have a little less weight to them, but other than that, it's basically the same.
Altitude restrictions cancelled. Return to your mission, Mobius 1.
3 felt like it maybe got a little overdone with the story stuff. Like, to the point where, again, it kind of makes it hard to just play over and over. Honestly, my second favorite is 5 for like a single playthrough. But behind 4, in terms of like the ace combat that you can just pick up and go ham with, and it's not really much of like a dedication, you can kind of just play it for the hell of it a little bit. Just play like a few missions if you want and then be done. But like AC2, still really good. AC2 is still a really, really fun game. Especially like AC2 is also, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours long. It's another short one. So you can just kind of like blast through AC2 really quickly. And then you're done. Which for me earns points. Like, if it's insanely good and then it's super long and like the pacing is solid, then that's great. There are some games that are like that. Like, my newest video is Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid took me 8 hours, which isn't like insanely long, but it felt way shorter than 8 hours because the pacing in that game was insane. The pacing is so good in Metal Gear Solid 1 that it genuinely did not feel like I played 8 hours in a day and a half the way that I did. I just didn't even notice how much time I had been playing. AC5, when I played it, I felt how long I had been playing. I really did. I feel like 5 in the later games feel weirdly floaty. Yeah, they took the weight out of it, which even in 4, to be fair, there's not a ton of weight to the planes in 4. Like, it's there, and you'll notice it every once in a while, but it's not like in 3. In 3, those planes have weight. Like, you constantly feel like you're flying with a rock tied to the tail of your plane, like a big ass boulder. Chris Redfield size boulder.
Target destroyed by Mobius 1.
4, it's like, yeah, there's some weight to it. Going back and forth between 4 and later titles. Yeah, I bet if I played like AC2 right now as well, which has none of that weight stuff going on, I would feel it. It's definitely going to be more noticeable. Like, I noticed it coming back to 4 after doing the review for 5 that week. Like, when I came back to 4, I did feel it comparatively, but I feel like you have to kind of like go between them directly to feel it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to kind of bounce from one to the next to really notice it. Because, like, I know that it's there. I can feel it, but it's not, like, ever present, if that makes sense. 5 and onwards basically got rid of it. Yeah, 5, I did not feel it. I didn't. Okay, now... Is there more after destroying Stonehenge on this mission? Oh, it keeps spawning planes. I can super safely... I've got like 7.5 minutes. And if it's gonna spawn like one fighter at a time, just to make sure that there's something, I'll just get up at least way closer to S. I don't want to risk it and have to do this again. I'll just get to S, to be honest.
Locked on. Box 2.
Short games have their charm. I said it the other day. I think maybe even I said it yesterday, to be honest. But I feel like more and more, like in the last couple years, I've started to appreciate a shorter game. Like, as time goes on, when I was younger, I wanted like a really long game. I wanted to like buy a game and have a ton of hours come out of it. Now, if a game is like 4 hours long, I play through it and then I'm like, that was a good time. That was good. I liked that. The timer increased. There's definitely more. Is it enough to pull me into S rank? That is the question. I gotta be close. There are planes you can make do 360s in place. I was talking earlier, I've seen some people doing the crazy ass maneuvers that are possible in 7. Like, I've seen it pop up on like YouTube shorts, and just every time I've seen it, I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's just every time I'm like, whoa, what just happened in this video? I can't even wrap my brain around that shit. I've seen the one, people in chat have brought it up before. The one of the guy, like, essentially drifting backwards through a tunnel. Like, if you've seen it, you know. It's hard to forget. I've seen it. The guy like flies into a tunnel, flips his plane around so that it's going backwards, and the tunnel is like a curve. And he still manages to like, while not even looking where he's going, just do like this crazy ass like backwards drift through the tunnel in a fighter jet. And I'm just like, how do the physics work on that shit? It's so wild.
We've reached a turning point.
Final Fantasy X, but I remember the game is like 80 hours long, and then I'm like, nope. The Final Fantasy games, a lot of people do keep saying they want Final Fantasy for the review series. Like, a lot of people have been bringing it up lately, which I think a lot of that is the hype for the new 7 remake.
Though he lost 4, 13 never openly showed
And yeah,
his
most of
sorrow.
those games are
But I
long.
found out. He was alone, quietly gazing at the handkerchief Yellow 4 left
Like,
behind.
long.
When he felt my eyes upon him, he said,
Like how
no
Skyrim
matter what, she
Skyrim
can't
Dragons.
complain. She
Yes,
went up
like
with her plane
Skyrim
in
Dragons,
disrepair.
actually. You're not wrong.
Pilots are responsible for their planes. He then went on and spoke of the time when they first met. He spoke of when she was just a girl, before he
The
trained
Metal
her.
Gear Solid video
Before
is
she became
going
a fighter
faster
pilot.
again.
His
Sorry,
words
I
weren't
keep
directed
looking at
me in
it. I have a
particular.
tab open for it.
He was keeping a precious memory alive by speaking those
It's going
words.
faster again.
The hint of perfume on her keepsake handkerchief.
Like it's speeding back up. It
Yellow
had been
Squadron's pilot
slowly
turnover ran high.
getting less views per hour
The skilled ones went in
since
to shore
like
up other units while
7
rookies
a.m.
with
or
low
sorry, 8 a.m. this
transferred
morning.
in.
It's been slowing down a little bit each
Yellow
hour.
13 posted
Now
an
it's
Allied
speeding
paper
back up.
faxed over by headquarters. It praised the pilot who destroyed Stonehenge. 13
Jesus
said to
Christ.
everyone, "Look,
I don't understand it, and
here's
I wish
something
I
worthy
did.
of praise. Even among the enemy there are men like this.
Oh, actually, I don't think...
Not
hold
all
on.
of them are despicable bastards who rob our wings through cowardly sabotage."
This is a tangent for
I
while I'm
stared at the
flying.
barkeep's daughter as she winced at those words.
I've already let the cutscenes play, and I like them.
The Allies were coming to our town.
I like the style they took with it. I wish Ace Combat had implemented maneuvers by making the physics a little more realistic instead of the weird BS 7 does. But that would make it possible for new pilots to lose control a bit. And that would be unacceptable. I think part of the charm with Ace Combat is like that arcadey accessibility that it has. To be fair, like I think it's pretty core to the identity in a way. At least if you ask me. But I've seen clips of 7, and I haven't played it yet, but I've seen those clips, and I'm like, whoa,
due to its inability
maybe
to
too
fly
far.
altitudes. However, airship-mounted
Maybe.
noise in the area are preventing the use of radar.
But I don't know, because I haven't played it, like, I haven't got my actual hands-on time with it,
Jammers in the valley as
so I don't want to call it,
Get that
like,
recon place.
weeks before, but I've seen it.
Won't work. So you'll need to find the airships visually and destroy them with your machine guns.
I have certainly seen it. Why is the video speeding up? Help me understand. What I was gonna say was, I don't know how many of you here have watched the Metal Gear Solid video, but did anyone notice the drastic writing style change? Anyone? Any takers on this? Did anyone happen to be watching the video and they're like, huh, I think he changed the writing style? Because I doubt it's one of those things that would stand out, but I wrote the video like entirely differently. Would you like an AC game that's pretty much a very realistic simulation game? I think I would like it. Because like it never has been a flight sim. It absolutely hasn't been. But it has had like its varied levels of, I don't even want to say realism, but like sim elements, I guess is the best way to put it. This is actually a ground mission. The F2A might not be terrible. I could run the new skin, I think. This was the ground mission, right? I didn't pay attention. I saw the briefing screen. Oh no, this is the, okay. No, we want a fighter. Never mind. I know what this is. I know what this is. Give me my F-22. Return to form, I would say. It seems like, at least from my experience with the Ace Combat crowd just on my own channel.
Destroy them all.
It seems like people are pretty split with their opinions on AC7. It seems to be divisive. It seems like there's more positive than negative sentiment, for sure.
ISAF will handle the jammers.
But it does seem like it's a divisive game in the fandom.
Roger, we're in your hands.
It's like an Armored Core 6 situation right now within, or I say right now, even though the game has been out for years, but just in regards to Ace Combat 7, where it's like, new game, brought back a lot of what people liked, but also took some pretty drastic changes along the way that most of the fandom is pretty positive about, but there's like a crowd that really didn't enjoy those new changes and would rather just go back to like the PS2 style, essentially, from what I gather at least. I think implementing realistic physics is risky for Ace Combat, because like the most realistic from what I've played, and people have generally just said that it's like as close as it gets to any sort of realism, is AC3. And I thought AC3 felt good. It was harder to get to grips with, like just the basic flying in AC3. But once you got it, it could feel really cool to like do those last second, like, you know, pulling out of a dive towards the ground with that momentum shift behind it, where you can kind of like feel that moment where the momentum like fully kicks in and starts to pull you forward instead of down. And it felt really cool. Because you'd kind of be going in like that, like diagonal, and then there would be like a moment where it really hits and you like kind of launch forward out of it. And it was sweet when that would happen. But it's a lot harder to get used to when you first pick it up. So I don't know. Because if they went further into realistic physics than 3, I think that 3 feels great. I think if they went back to those physics, I would love it. But the question really is like, if they took it a step further with like realistic post-stall and stuff, how would that be received? Like, how would that feel within like how arcadey and over-the-top Ace Combat is to begin with? I am outside of the zone. It's a good thing I looked. Oh, I see one. Oh, I see another one. Hello. Sorry, this mission is a tough S rank. Although I have 3 minutes on the clock still, so I seem to be doing pretty all right for myself. I do want to catch up with chat. I've been trying to draw out my thoughts in the meantime. But at this point, I think I said my piece.
12 miles and closing.
Where the hell are these balloons? Oh my god. This is what happened last time too. I got off to a great start. Oh, I see one. And then I completely lost it. The ghosting doesn't help from the blur filter that they used in this game. When you upscale it, everything just ghosts like crazy, like that mountain right there. And these things already are blending in. You throw the ghosting on top, you know, the lines become unclear and muddied, and it is difficult to see these bitches. Oh, come on. Oh, I see a good one. Oh, I see one. Is this S rank? Did I just see one? I don't think I did. See, like now I've only got 2 minutes. Oh, I'm out of the range again, that's why. Come on. I only need like 1 or 2 more at this point. Ooh. I see 2. This is good. There you are. For a second, I completely lost it. Oh, there's a 3rd one. I got it. We're good. What it feels like to have double vision, really. It is kind of brutal. Oh, hold on. We can go for a clean 3K here. And then at this point, do I even need to like do anything? I don't think I do. I could just be happy and I could catch up on chat for the next minute, to be honest. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. They should be just barely realistic enough to do cool real-life maneuvers in an organic way. Have all the DLC on PS5 version, including planes. Much better than Assault Horizon and 6, for sure. And as good as 5 and 0 for me. That is the bold. That is the bold statement in that one. At least compared to what I normally hear. The Su-37 and Su-47 are actually super planes on par with and even surpassing the F-22. I mean, I'll take it because they look sweet. I'll take it. If that's the propaganda we get, I'm here for it. I won't complain. Because the Burkett's my favorite plane to fly in this series so far. What is that? That's gotta be the ace. Hold on, you guys. You're gonna have to wait a little bit. I'll take out 1 or 2 of you. Clip you on the way by, but there is an ace way out there. 7 is the best since 0, but I do wish the franchise went in a different, in a different direction. Project Wingman feels like an Ace Combat from an alternate universe where they went in a different direction with the franchise after 4. And that direction suits me better. I'm very curious about Project Wingman. Very curious. Even if I don't do a review video for it, like way at the end, I will likely at least stream it like after I do all the AC games, to be honest. Because with the Project Wingman video, it's just demand for me where I'm like, is it worth 1 more week of stretching the Ace Combat series? But I do want to play it, regardless of whether I do a review video or not.
Radar lock. Missed. Target hit.
Oh.
Mobius 1 destroyed the target. Locked on. Box 2. Target hit. Radar lock.
Give me that, give me that, give me that. Yes.
All bandits confirmed shut down.
All right, catch up time again. The writing in 7 is incredibly haphazard. I feel like that's most of the Ace Combat games. At least from what I've played. I feel like the only games with like really good writing. The only game with really good writing that I've played so far is probably 3.
The recon plane brought back data on Megalith.
5 is
This is the super
strong
weapon
writing.
designed by the Erusians to replace Stonehenge.
4
Analysis by the
is
intelligence unit leads to the conclusion that victory hinges on ending this
4
war
is strong
between
writing, but its story is so
destroyed.
different that it's kind of hard to judge against like the rest. Because 4 is like a passive story. And they're generally not like that. They're normally much more active, like they are happening to you in real time sort of thing. 4's writing is all like in past tense looking back, so it's like totally different. It's weird to compare them. Save there. I do not have the Wyvern. I'm trying to S rank everything on expert going through, which is why the expert run is taking more time. I'm replaying for S ranks.
With Stonehenge out of commission, the landing operations are.
I've watched way too many DCS videos with the F-22. What is DCS? There's the real name for Mr. X. Is it the Mr. X that I'm thinking of? When you say Mr. X, I think of like
Your mission is to shoot and destroy
the RE2 Mr. X. Are we talking about that? We talking about what's it? We're talking about the T101? Is it the T101 or is that the one from RE1? Oh god. You've triggered the brain rot. You've done it. You triggered it. Sorry, the T101 is not T101 I think is from the first game. Mr. X is the T00 Tyrant. Very different. Mr. X is a guy from 7. 3 is my favorite, the full version, of course. I like 3 for what it is. Like, I feel very weird about AC3 in general, because I'm like, I really like what AC3 does, but AC3 feels like that really, really ambitious one that, along with all of like the brilliant new stuff that it did, it also dropped the ball in a lot of ways. Most of the ways were gameplay wise that I felt like it kind of stepped backwards from 2. And even air combat, to be honest. But 3 has a crazy charm to it. No, it is not. What? No, that is not his full name. Stop. You lie. You lied to me. Oh my good lord above. AC6's dialogue is unbearably cringy. That's what I've heard. But have you heard me talk about
Mobius 1, a wire from the northern
the
landing
PS1
We're depending on your
RE trilogy?
commence operation.
Speaking of Mr. X. Because if you haven't, let me fill you in. I love the dialogue in those games.
Target is closing in on the landing site.
I love them. Back around the time that I started the Armored Core series, one of the videos, because that was when I was just kind of doing like random videos at that point. One of the videos on like my list was literally just going to be a video talking about the dialogue in Resident Evil 1. I was literally going to make a whole video just about the writing in that game. Because it's funny. It's unbelievably funny. Like, if you never experienced it, it's hard to express. Like, the insane juxtaposition of, like, the game's tone in general and, like, how well made the gameplay is in RE1. And then just the shit that comes out of the characters' mouths. It is one of the most jarring experiences ever. And it's the entire trilogy, but it's the worst slash best in RE1. And it's all because of Barry. It's mostly because of Barry. It's not only because of Barry. Like, Wesker has some bangers in RE1. Rebecca certainly has some bangers. What's the guy's name who dies to the snake? Someone help me out here. Is it Keith? Is Keith the one that gets eaten, or sorry, bit by the snake and dies? Because that's, everyone always is like, oh, Jill Sandwich. But for me, when I think RE1, the first line that I think every time, actually there's two of them. One of them is a Barry line, and it's not Jill Sandwich. It's when he goes, oh my God. And he clearly says COD. He's supposed to say God, but he says it in such a weird way that it sounds like he's saying COD. And he just randomly yells it while nothing is happening. Like, he's standing in a room with Jill and they're just having a casual conversation, and he randomly just goes, oh my God. And it's out of nowhere. And there's no like follow-up to it. It's just a random exclamation. It's it. It on its own. I have this. Yeah, same scene. He also says, it's a powerful weapon. Or sorry, it's a weapon. It's extremely powerful, especially against living things. But no, the other line that always immediately comes to mind is the guy that gets bitten by the snake. I think it was Keith. I think I'm remembering his name right. Or maybe Kenneth? I don't know. Kenneth was a different character. I don't remember his name. Shit. Anyway. He's laying on the ground dying. And he says to Jill, this house is full of terrible demons. And then like blood spurts out of his wound and he goes, ow. That's what I think of when I think RE1. Most of the time, it's terrible demons. Because that shit's funny. I love the dialogue in that game. Oh, and also, I've said it before on stream plenty of times because I love bringing it up. But Barry, when he says the famous Jill Sandwich line, when I was a kid, I thought he was saying gibble. Like, I thought he was saying, like, oh, she'd be crushed into, like, giblets. I thought he was saying Jibble Sandwich because he does, like, a little cough when he says it. And it sounds like Jibble. And now that I've pointed it out, the next time that you hear him say it, you're going to think Jibble Sandwich, and it will never leave your head. I'm sorry that I've done this to you, but I've done this to you. The next time you hear the Jill Sandwich line, you're going to hear Jibble, and you will never think of it any other way. I'm sorry. It's a Jibble Sandwich to me. Always has been. I know the meme is Jill Sandwich, but I've heard him say it. That's Jibble Sandwich. That is absolutely what he says. It's the same thing with like, oh my COD. Like, he says it in such a weird way where even though he's not saying cod like the fish, it's what I always hear when he says it is cod, because he does this weird, like, he says it in such a breathy way and it's hilarious. Had them voice act just because they knew English. Is that why, like, all of the actors for the game were under, like, stage names? Instead of using their names?
Mobius 1 shot down a target. 10
Like, I remember for years, she actually has been found. But for years, the Resident Evil fandom was trying to find the actress who played Jill in, like, the FMV scenes. For so many years, because, like, her name in the credits was not her name. It was some random stage name that they made up for her.
Well done.
And the fandom spent years trying to track this woman down, and they inevitably did. Like, in the last couple years, I think they ended up finding her. It's a very recent thing that they actually found her. And she pretty much said that. She was like, yeah, like, I was an actress in Japan. I was mostly doing commercials at that time. And, like, they just pretty much took me because, like, I could speak English. And, like, I looked like the character. That was it. He's laughing. I can hear it in my head, and it makes sense that one could hear it. It sounds like gibble. Next time you hear it, you're gonna hear gibble. Because that little cough at the end, it makes it sound like there's an extra syllable in there. You'll never unhear it. It's gibble sandwich. Where did these bitches come from? I don't have time for this. Although I need to have time for this for the S rank. So we hope and pray that this will work out. Trying to shoot it as quickly as I possibly can.
Nice kill. 60 miles and closing.
Just launch it. Pray. See what happens. Oh, those looked not terrible for a second. S rank. To patch the original voice lines to the newer version, it's quite popular. Bro, I want that. I never knew that was a thing. Because the remake voice lines are just weird. They don't have like that just flat out like comedic value that the original voice lines do. It's like they didn't really rewrite the script much at all. Like they made the most minor edits. So most of the script is still kind of funny, but it's delivered by a more talented voice cast who's like being directed to say these things seriously. So it just comes off as like somewhat uncanny
Good job.
instead of being like outright hilarious like the originals. It's there. I kind of need that, to be honest. Next time I play the remake, I have to use it.
Complete. The landing forces saw from below, and they extend their thanks.
Because like they just, like the lines are there, but I'm trying to remember, how did they rewrite like Master of Unlocking? Because I know that one got rewritten.
Good job. There was no unnecessary loss of landing.
I know that they rewrote Master of Unlocking in a way that it's like, he pretty much says it, but he doesn't outright say it. They just did a whole lot of that. And because the talent was better, it's not as funny. It's just kind of like in an awkward. It just feels awkward. Awkward is the word.
Positions atop the hospital, and Yellow 13 smoldered with quiet anger over their tactics.
Like it is better to have it be awkward than funny because it's not supposed to be funny. Like that wasn't the intention.
Tried to plant laser transmitters for detonating explosives.
But like I think
she got caught.
Me and everyone else who's played the original, like that's part of the charm is that when characters open their mouth, it's just so stupid. Like it grows on you. Or what's his name? I should know his name. Kendo in RE2. Forgot Kendo's name. Like right at the beginning when he cocks the shotgun and he's like, "Oh, sorry about that, babe." It's funny because the voice actor is bad.
It was Yellow 13. He knew she was responsible for planting the bomb on their runway as well. The face of the enemy whom he hated belonged to someone close to him. "Get out of our town, you fascist pig." Those were the words from my mouth. I've never seen his face twist so painfully. Do you hate us that much? We couldn't shake or nod our heads in reply. It seemed like an eternity passed before he said go and released us. The next day, there was no change
5
in
and
his
6.
attitude.
You said 5 and 6 and not
As
4?
usual, he made his requests to the squadron crew chief.
NJP, thank you for the sub. Appreciate
The poor
it.
fuel quality is affecting thrust.
When I think of the goofiest RE script, I think
As soon
of
as the
4.
Allied forces drew near, the resistance
The
began
original
the
4.
blackouts over the city.
Like new 4, I don't mind that they corrected the script because honestly, like it's one of those things where you play it and you're like, yeah, it's better. Like it's a better script, better actors. Like I can't be mad at it. And thankfully, the original's still there and still hilarious. So I don't even miss out on it in that sense. Where's everyone going? Bingo.
San was a neutral city at the start of the war until the Erusians occupied it.
Even just like the very intro where the guy is like, "I'll stay and watch the car. don't want to get any parking tickets. It's just like they start immediately with the jokes in that game and it never stops. And the voice acting is just bad enough to where, like, even though it's supposed to be funny, it ends up being even funnier with, like, no thanks, bro. Like, shit like that, where it's supposed to be funny, but because the voice acting is kind of stiff, it just makes it better. Your right hand comes off. The RE4 is crazy. RE4 is crazy. Anyway, it's about that time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing the Armored Core 100% still. I swear, I haven't totally forgotten about them. It just, they keep spacing my mind when I'm scheduling. We're doing the Metal Gear 100% streams now. We're doing the DMC S ranks. We're doing GTA 5. Where I'm doing a lot. And Tekken comes out in 2 weeks, so I'm gonna add that too. So prepare. Anyway. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a like. Come back another time. I said come back another time. I looped. Leave a like. It helps a lot with algorithm. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. Before you leave, if you haven't seen it already, the Metal Gear Solid video went up Monday. If you haven't seen any of the videos in the series, in the pinned message, if you're here live, the whole playlist is linked there. So, like, if you missed out on the Snake's Revenge video, that one little weird American exclusive, not by Kojima Metal Gear game, that's there. So, just any of it. Also, if you're looking for links to anything outside of YouTube, things like Twitter, Discord server, TikTok, anything like that, it's all in the description. Check that out if you're interested. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.